All right, we are now in business. So welcome to the 9th of July. Yes, thank you. We're doing the one shot, and this time we're going to be focusing on the role-playing game Mouse Guard. There is a second edition. I don't have those rules, but I don't think from what I'm hearing online that they're too terribly different. So we are going to be focusing on the first edition, and just so you can kind of see what the system's like. Everybody has their character, so I'm going to ask you guys to just provide me with your character's name, and then your nature score. So we'll start working through the character sheets, and then, yep, that's it, the rating. And we'll go from there. We'll kind of describe how this all works, the whole world, and then we'll go right into the role-playing and kind of see how this all plays out, and you'll see the very big difference from the D&D that you guys have experienced before. So I guess we'll start right here. So
Drew, nature score of 4.
Okay.
Especially it being like...
Okay, Kindle, nature score of 5.
My mouse is Rowan with a nature score of 6.
All right. So what is nature? So nature is a very important score that basically says how mouse-like are you. So taking a step back, the world of Mouse Guard, as I mentioned before, is based off of a graphic novel which I happen to love, and it's this artwork that you can see here on the cover of the role-playing book. But basically, the concept is, as far as you know, there are no humans, they don't exist. What does exist is everything and anything that hunts or interacts with mice in the real world. You are actually anthropomorphic mice that have basically advanced to about the medieval period within human society. So they have masonry, they have weaponsmithing, they have advanced tactics. They've developed a sort of intelligence. The way I like to think about it, I don't know if you guys have seen Secret and Nim. But that it is very much like that, but without the human aspect. At least in so far as the role-playing game is normally designed for. So you guys are intelligent mice. The way this is worked out is the mice at first were very disjointed. They were all for, number one, survival, and run, hide, and try and get away from whatever's trying to eat them. But as their intelligence became very apparent, they started to band together. And eventually, a group called the Mouse Guard was formed to protect the mouse communities and make sure that the people are safe. And that they can have a way to kind of band together to face whatever threat it is. And so, a big saying for the Mouse Guard is it's not what you fight, but what you fight for that matters, right? So getting in your head, you're small, you're pretty insignificant by yourself and without any tools or weapons, but that's where you fight against nature, right? That's where the overall mouse society has basically said, nope, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to fight back against the foxes. We're going to fight back against the snakes. We're going to fight back against whatever. And so there's a lot of sort of analogs to the world, and you'll kind of see them. And I like to sprinkle them in a little bit as you're going to be playing. With regards to different things, instead of bowls, you might have the hollowed out acorn, or you might have little things here and there. The home base of the Mouse Guard, of which your characters will be a part of, are basically, it's called Lockhaven. And Lockhaven is a fortress city kind of centrally located within the mouse territories that is, it has stonework, it has its own beehive, so the mice have figured out how to use a lot of different insects for different reasons. Bees being one of them, and they use that, it's kind of multi-purpose, so they can do the honey, they can do to make mead or whatever, they can do the candles for wax and anything that's used for wax, and then also they use the bees for defense and even riding, depending on the species of bee. So they have that, and then they call them insectrists, I believe is what they're called. And an insectrist is specifically involved with other insects. So you see these, it's already kind of giving it away, but these guys are stag beetles that are used as like beasts of burden or like, mounts. They have lots of birds that they're using that are non-predatory. So like, jays, or you're going to be using, different kinds of animal, crows, ravens, maybe if they don't eat you, and all that. So, but going back to insectrists, the other things they use a lot are spiders. So they use the silk, they use the poison, and they use them also for a natural form of defense. So kind of cool. I love the way that this system works. That's why I wanted to run it, to see if people were interested too. And I said it's very simple. So let's go into the character sheets and kind of continue to go. So I talked about the nature. Then every single creature in this game has a nature value. The higher the nature value, the closer they are to sort of what we would think of as a non-intelligent, purely instinctive-based animal of that type. So a mouse has, its rating somewhere from 1 to, I believe it's 9. And they have like 4 traits that you'll see written underneath the nature: escaping, climbing, hiding, foraging.
Okay.
Right. So each animal has different numbers that are different characteristics. So they might not have escaping. They might have, like a snake might have slithering, or a raccoon might have scavenging or something. Right. And so their natures can be used and leveraged against checks that you want to do within the realms of whatever these characteristics are. So nature plays a pretty big role in this game. Going down, you have traits. So traits are kind of fun little individual things that are associated with your character that you can use to basically say, hey, GM, I see that we're crawling through a tunnel and we're trying to battle some ants. So I'm short, so I would like to use my short, and I'll give you like an extra die. And if you justify it to me why it would be useful and how it would be useful, generally I'm going to allow you to do it. So beliefs, these are just an instinct. These are some kind of important things that you should know. We're going to go into sort of the rewards and stuff. Probably if we continue to play, we'd go into it next session. I'm not going to go too much into that because I want to try and scope it down a little bit. We're going to keep this a little dumbed down version. The wises. So the wises are basically like the lore. So what does your mouse specifically like to study about, or what do they know about specifically? So Morgan here that I have in front of me is one of the pre-gens, is weasel wise and dark heather wise, and so those are so they know about weasels. Like this one knows about weasels, and I can add that to like a die.
What's a bonehead?
A bonehead?
Bonehead wise.
Bonehead wise?
Is that like a dumb mouse, or?
That's funny. Bonehead would be.
Maybe that.
Could be. Yeah, could be. So we'll have to talk about that. I think that I don't know that I caught that one. So bonehead wise, that's funny. For now, we can say it's beetle wise, so it'd be the equivalent of a beetle. I like that.
Okay.
How that sounds.
Okay.
Anyway, so those are the wises, and you can see how you can add. It has little descriptions down there. So I am wise. You could add 1 die. 1d means 1 die, which is a d6, and we'll go into that in a second. To help a companion's test. So if you can justify the wise helping that test, you can get involved and aid. Deeper understanding. You could spend 1 fate, which is actually just below the mouse picture. You can see everybody should have 1 fate and 1 persona. You can spend 1 fate to use a wise to re-roll 1 failed die. Of course, you can spend 1 persona to use wise to re-roll all failed dice. So that's sort of just how wises work. They're just, I see them as sort of additional skills that you can put on. The abilities. So whereas in D&D you had strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, right? So this one does not have any of that. This one has 4 stats, the abilities that make up you as an individual. So you have will, health, resources, and circles. So the will is basically how willful you are, how your ability to kind of shrug off and counteract your nature, and then shrug off any kind of mental stressors. The health is what it sounds like, your ability to resist, cold and sickness and damage, when you get into a fight. Resources is, how well you can, gather whatever materials you'll need particularly when you're in towns, but also whenever you're out and about in a place where there's other mice. And then circles would be like you're trying to find somebody, your kind of social ability, if you will. And then the very important part is your skills. So the skills, you'll see that you'll have a whole bunch of different ones. Everybody's going to have a different set of skills. So I would definitely focus on the skills today. And you look at that, what the skill is, and then you look at the rating. The rating, and as for all of these, translates into D6s. So it's very simple. You have each rating gives you 1 D6, and if you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you have a success. If you roll a 1, 2, 3, you have what they call a coward, which is a failure. So,
great.
So tests are usually going to be, I'm going to have in my mind, how hard it is, which is basically a objective. So you could say it's like OB, 3. So you need 3 successes or more in order to succeed. Anything over that is just bonus, and can have other effects depending on what you're doing.
What is an orator?
Orator?
O-R-A-T-O-R. Orator?
Orator. So you're speaking. You can speak very well to crowds. So you're like, I can rouse the people, or I can, you know what I mean? You might be able to go up, and if there's a falcon, you might be able to start, talking to it, and somehow it's like, what is that mouse like talking to me? That sort of thing, right? So you can be creative with all these skills too. I love that sort of thing, as you know, and you'll find out. So just kind of, and most of these are kind of what they sound like. There's definitely some interesting things that you can do. And then the last thing is gear. You'll notice there's no magic items or anything, but you can craft different items. You can craft armor. You can craft stuff like that. This is going to keep it very simple because it's a starting character, but you'll see as you kind of go through, if we continue to play it, you get different things that kind of add here and there, and they add a dice to certain things. So, and we'll go into all that. So is there any other questions? I'm sure there's a million, but anything immediately that we can talk about, and if I don't know, I can write it down and I'll get back to you with an answer. Or do you guys just kind of want to jump in?
Jump in.
Let's jump in? Jump in. Let's do it. All right, cool. All right, so Act 1, C1, Slippery When Wet. So just after your first mission, delivering patrol orders to Elmos, you receive a missive from Lockhaven, the headquarters of the Mouse Guard, that bears the seal of the matriarch Gwendolyn. You open it. It says the following: you are hereby ordered to report to Sprucetuck and to assist the scientist Pradic with a mission of utmost import. Make haste and stay in Sprucetuck until Dr. Pradic releases you, or I send a relief. Signed, Matron Gwendolyn. So as you're sitting there, the streets of Elmos are bustling. You've definitely delivered orders very similar orders to other patrols. So you guys are a patrol. You've just been formed, as I said. So a patrol of mice is just a group. It's like their adventuring party, but they call them patrols here. So your patrol has been given your own orders, and you are to basically report to Sprucetuck. So as you guys are going through, the other thing I would say, I'll point to, is if you have, let's see if it has it here, where your home is. So it's actually should be at the top, home, under birth age. Does anybody have Sprucetuck?
Me.
You do. So that you're going back home.
Oh, yay.
So you're like, ooh, I know what this is. So you guys end up having your travel to it, and I can show you the map is just on the inside cover. So So you can see, if you want to pass that around, and then I'll just put it back in. Yeah, you can take it out of the cover there. But this is a map of the mouse territories. Oh, there's two. Sweet. Pass that around. Or keep this one and you can pass that one around.
So we're in Lock Haven?
So you were in Elmos. You started in Lock Haven, and then your first mission as a patrol was to deliver orders to the other patrols in Elmos. And so this should be on the western side. So you're looking at Lock Haven, head west, you should see Elmos, and then about, west of that, you should see Sprucetuck right near the scent border.
Okay, and then Lock Haven's in the dead center. Okay.
Yeah. So that is where your adventure is going to lead you first.
Okay.
Being from Sprucetuck, as you guys are going through, and the way these work, like normally, you know, the one big difference that you'd expect from, you know, from the medieval period would be, you know, these well-traveled roads with, you know, wagons and horses and everything. None of that exists here because you're mice. What does exist are highways that are basically established paths that go from cover to cover to cover to cover to cover to cover, right? And so it's very much like, it's different. There's like bursts of speed to cover, bursts of speed, and that's how you guys travel on the norm throughout the territories. So you guys do that as is normal. There are reports of bandits and other things, but your trip is actually fairly straightforward. You meet a couple of nice couples and some little, you know, mouselings and a couple of other, you know, things that are traveling with beetles and whatnot. But by and large, everything is pretty benign for your trip. And you guys make it safely to a large, hollowed out spruce tree. You happen to know that it has 4 entries, one pretty much each cardinal direction, into the greater Sprucetuck community, which basically is a spiraled community that spirals up into the spruce tree on the inside. So there's lots of different you know, shops and whatever, but what Sprucetuck is really known for is the sap and the science that goes on at this. So it's a scientific community that benefits the mouse territories greatly through poisons, through you know, creating salves. Lots of healing comes from this particular community. So it's well known in the mouse territories, and quite a sight to behold. And it's hat for you, homecoming. So what this means is if you do any circles or resources, you get a +1 because it's your home territory. Just so you're aware.
What now?
So because you're from here, it's your homeland. If you do any kind of a circles or a resources,
what is a circles?
So circles is like I'm looking for somebody, or I'm trying. Yeah, it's like your social ability. You know what charisma would be in D&D, I guess, is somewhat a little simpler than that, but
like if you wanted to like harvest the sap, you would get a bonus, I would guess, right?
So yeah, for collecting the sap, you would be able to have a bonus to your resources, which would then determine what you're able to find, since that's what you wanted to find.
Okay.
Now, and we're going to actually use that, and why it's important and why I mention that is because you don't recognize the name Dr. Pradick. So you know there's tons of different doctors, you know there's tons of scientists, there's lots of different, you know, people here. That's what the community is known for, but you don't recognize that. So it would be on you to sort of see, okay, well, now we're here. Let me, you know, ask around or whatever, and see if I can help you in any way. And you would roll the number of dice equal to your circles.
Okay, so
+1.
Okay, so my circles is 2.
Okay, so you're going to have 2 dice,
okay,
and then you're going to add 1 more for being the in your homeland, your home territory. We're looking for anything 4 or higher. So 4 or higher. Each dice is its own dice, and you're going to look at each one.
1.
1. So 1. you're able to ask around and basically say, well, hold on guys, I got this. And I'm going to try and see if I can find this. And you know that you can go right to a guard and they're going to, tell you what you want to know usually, especially with you being sort of this elevated position of being a mouse guard, which generally, and especially in the major cities, is very well respected. Think of them like the musketeers before, the cardinal decided to turn on them. They're very respected within the community. They're seen as sort of a peacekeeping force as well as a defense force. And they're sort of, blessed, if you will, by the matriarch and mouse.
So question, is that a pass or a fail?
That's a pass, because
So you just need one of them to be...
one. Well, so I will set that in my head as far as what the difficulty is.
I got you.
And so he's very prominent now, and so people know who he is. With only one success, though, you can't get a lot of additional information, but the guard's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on level 5. His house is going to be, he's kind of crazy. I'll give you that, but he'll be the mouse with the monocle, and he is, it says he's the poison maker, the main poison maker. He owns the poison shop there on level 5. So, good luck.
Alright.
And it goes back to guarding and looking around.
Okay.
Definitely lots of mice sort of running or walking around and, taking notice of you as you guys are entering the city proper, I'll say. It's more of like a town.
So would I mark that as a pass on my circles?
Yes. So, the way that advancing works is that as you're rolling for these particular, whatever I'm telling you to roll, if I tell you pass, then you can mark it off as a pass. If you fail, you mark it as a fail. Why that matters. So when you're going and increasing something, let's say for you, if you want to increase your circles, you need to go to your, I think it's your stat, +1, I think. So what the new stat that you want. So if you wanted circles, you have to have 3 passes, and then you have to have 2 fails. And then once you get those, then you can automatically increase it.
So you have to have 2 fails? Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Yeah. That just means you have to use it more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So if you get 5 passes and no fails, you still can't raise it up?
Yeah, technically, but I usually use a system where you can purchase fails in a way, or you can purposely fail it. It could be like if you want to just look into something, it'd be like the equivalent of you like trying to stress something, and you being like, okay, I'm just going to try this. I'm going to try and convince the head of the guard to do something stupid because I just want to see where this goes. That sort of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just the concept is you learn more through failure than you do, right? So they want to have the failures as a part of it. But that would be frustrating. And then as you get really high, you'll see some of you have 6s or whatever in some of your skills. Mm-hmm. Then failing, you just have to do some pretty spectacular stuff if you want to try and raise it. Otherwise, you're just taking advantage of the high stat. So. The other thing I will note is that you can't have any more than 25 skills and wises that you know.
No more than 25.
That's a lot.
Right?
It is. But
How many skills are in it?
25 skills?
Mm-hmm.
How many skills are in it?
There are quite a few.
You're not talking about adding up the ratings, right?
I think it is adding up the ratings.
Oh, Jesus.
4, 5, 15. Yeah, I think it is. So 9, 7.
Because I've got 24 already for skills.
Yeah.
If it's the ratings.
Yeah, I have 24.
Yeah. So I think it is 24. So you can only raise one more, and then you're gonna have to pick where you want to
But you can lower
redistribute.
some? Okay.
So.
Okay.
But the only way to raise it is through the pass-fail system.
Okay.
Okay. So that is that. You guys know kind of a general idea, at least what level the doctor is on, and so as you're kind of looking up, you just see kind of this hollowed-out tree and this spiral, this sort of especially at the bottom of the tree, very big and wide, and then continues to kind of spiral and shrink and get concentrically smaller as it goes up into the depths or the height of the tree. but definitely lanterns. They also have a pulley system for like a little makeshift elevator system. So each of the cardinal directions has an elevator associated with it, and they pull it up that way, and then they have like basically walkways at the base where they go, so that the four are kind of are centrally located, and then as they kind of go up, the platforms get kind of smaller and smaller and smaller because it's spiraling but getting thinner. And then people will be hollowed out from the tree, or they'll be hollowed out where like a branch goes out, and then they might live out on the branch, that sort of thing. So it's pretty spectacular what they've done with the place. But that's what you guys are dealing with.
Okay.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do as you guys are entering in? Like I said, it's definitely a hustle and bustle. There's lots of people with, lots of, leaf rolled up materials that they're bringing, lots of plants that are kind of sticking in. Some people are bringing huge amounts of fruit, lots of raspberries and blackberries in particular this time of year. So I totally forgot. So it's very important. This game is based around the time of year. So the time of year, right now, we're just getting out of a brutal winter. And the air has been really crisp and cold. You're just out of it. You're just into spring. The snow is starting to melt pretty well. Your rains have begun, and the smell of spring is powerful within the air. But the flowers are barely even starting right now. So we're truly the very beginning of spring, but notably the spring. And that's usually for winters. The mouse people will stay indoors and kind of use that time to recuperate and eat stores. And so the winters aren't generally very active, and certainly weren't for you guys. You guys were probably
except for my guy, because apparently he's snow-wise.
There you go. So you might have been a pathfinder, going into that. And helping people, and maintaining any what would be, the highways, if you will, the travel paths, and whatnot. So that would totally make sense, or at least you're trained that way. And maybe next winter you're certainly going to be involved in that in a more official capacity. But for now, that's basically what it is. And so it's kind of interesting how it works. We can get into that a lot more if there's still some interest at the end of this. But it is spring, beginning of spring, cold, crisp. A lot of the ice melt is raising up, creating lots of like puddles and lots of, any would-be rivers and lakes and streams are definitely in kind of starting to get in the flood stage. So yeah, what else would you like to do?
What would y'all like to do?
I mean, we know where our contact is now.
Come on. I know you're thinking about stuff.
I do got a question.
Yeah.
Is there like a money system here?
That's a great question, and it's a lot more abstract, and that's what your resources goes into. And so it's a lot more of a barter system. There is coinage to answer your question, but it's much more of an abstract, and it's tied into your resources.
Okay.
And so your resources are kind of your ability to kind of barter with your skill or whatever. You can say, hey, I am a mouse guard, and
I know she's got some stuff brewing.
I know she does.
Come on.
What's the plan?
I was gonna ask my general question for when we start stuff.
Girl, we have started.
Is there anything around that I can take as far as like foraging on the way to the...
Oh,
that would have been a good thing. I mean, I feel like...
So there is, but you have to keep in mind that, what you're talking about is foraging, which is part of the mouse's in nature, and other mice are going to be doing that. But what you can do is go ahead and give me a nature roll, and I will allow it on the way since your character would be looking.
So if I have a nature of 6, or a nature of 5, I need to roll 6?
5 dice.
5 dice.
5 dice.
Just 5.
5 dice.
You need some?
I need 1. Let me take that to do one. Okay, so I got 1 that was above 3.
So it was objective 2.
Okay,
So,
that's fine.
but you did look but it's been picked pretty clean, and especially since everybody's hungry from coming out of the winter and whatnot, they've really
Think about that.
picked the paths pretty clean for right now. So good call, but unfortunately, it just did not yield anything this time. So, but you do see, like I said, a lot of the foragers have been going out clearly because you see tons of mice coming in and out. You can see a lot of them with gourds, so they have hollowed out acorns that have basically they filled up with sap, and so they're getting ready to bound them up to the stag beetles, and it looks like there's some caravans forming up at the base. Where you guys are right now,
well, can I get a little thing of sap then while I'm here?
So you can roll resources for me and add 1 dice because you are from there. You're like, well, I'm actually from this area.
So is there like a place that we would all go to like do this?
Oh, 4.
So you can go wherever. There are like taverns and there's all kinds of other things. Like there's restaurants and brewery. There's.
If she has a 4, does she roll 4 or 5?
She rolls 5 because it's a plus.
It's her. It's plus. It's her house or her hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. 2.
2. Okay. So one of them kind of looks and they look at you. And the other thing, what color or how do you guys define your cloaks? So since we're getting into that, how would you?
Well, what she would know what the color would be here.
Well, no. So that it's all individual based, and actually, usually your mentor assigns you a cloak. So the cloak is a very specific to mouse guard thing. Not a lot of other mice have cloaks, unless they're mouse guard or they're pretenders.
So my mentor was a hunter,
It
so I'm
could be
assuming
blue or
that mine would be like brown. It would be.
Can be, yeah, and it could be made of rabbit fur, or it could be made of whatever. So that'd be pretty big. Because you are a mouse, or it could be like a bull.
Thinking like
or something, right?
bark or something maybe.
Yeah, you can do that. So it has like little sections there. So, but you get to decide what your cloak is, and that is usually it's a reflection of what your mentor would see as your personality. So I should have finished that. But yeah, that's what it is.
Blue.
Okay, that's good.
I'm thinking like a reddish color because I'm from Copperwood.
That's fine.
Like reddish orange-ish.
Yeah.
Like fox colored.
Yeah, that's fine. And then yours is going to be brownish and kind of with the bark inlay, or it's kind of.
Oh, so was that a pass or a fail?
Something to blend in.
So they give you. He seems very happy that you're here and kind of bows, and provides you with one of the gourds that they're preparing, and says, "Well, thank you all so much for your service."
Cool.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank
Says pleasantly. And then they're basically going through, and you can see they have a ton of them. So they're just stacking up this little stag beetle, which for its part, doesn't really, care. It's just, is there, food ahead of me and whatnot. So, yeah. You do also see some lift masters. So there are 4 of them because there's 4 of the elevators, like I said. And they're standing there talking to you, and you see, kind of looking at some of the people, and then motioning for them to come, and they skitter on to this massive bark that has been situated and carved in with the vines that that go basically up to beyond where you can see through the darkness. Somewhere at the top, presumably where the pulley system is, and you see that like a little family of mice skitters onto it as well. And it looks like another guard is coming and gets on board with his weapon. He has a big spear, and one of them kind of looks at you, and then you see like someone else approaches him, and then he starts talking to them, and then they get on.
We could take one of the other elevator situations and go on up to 5.
I mean, we could just take this one and try to listen to the conversation.
That's cool.
I feel like that's what you would do.
I'm usually a rogue.
Hey, I'm down.
There was a look, so between me and the other guy. So I want to see if I can find out what that look is about.
Maybe you know him.
All right.
Maybe he's your enemy.
Well,
Oh my god, it's gonna be your friend.
yeah, I mean, you can get, let's see, what would be a good roll for that? I'll just have you do probably a nature check. So give me a nature check with as you guys enter. The lift master looks at you and he kind of nods as you guys hop on.
Oh, I just needed you all.
So 7 if my rating is 6.
No, you don't get a bonus for being in your home
Okay.
in this one. This one's just straight. So it'd be 6. Your rating's a 6, which it is.
Those dice
One
are
more.
tiny.
So you're very mouse-like. So the lower the nature rating, the less mouse, the more human, I would say. If you are.
Oh, great.
Well, that means you have more instincts. Oh,
1,
that's a
2.
5. Sorry,
What?
I need to calm down.
I mean, if I got two 6s.
What? How many of 4 or higher? 5?
4, oh, yeah, 1,
That's
2.
all. That's all of them.
All but 1.
All but 1.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
with the 5, you recognize one as like a family friend, and you're like, wait, oh, I know who you are. As you're kind of listening, and the voice sounds familiar. It's kind of one of those things. And we'll say that the name is Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Yeah. So Terry is there, and you can see that they're kind of looking at each other. It looks like they're talking about, or you think they might be talking about enjoying some leisurely time later on in the evening, centered around mead.
Okay.
Yeah. But for his part, Terry seems to recognize you as well. Oh my gosh, Rowan, you're back! And comes up and gives you a big hug, and then looks at your cloak and feels your cloak. You made it, he says. That's awesome. Great. Oh, this is so exciting, he says. I got a real mouse guard.
Yeah, and
Good for you.
you're in the guard too.
Oh, I wish. Maybe next winter. I'm thinking I might try for the winter class. With Mom, I couldn't break away this year.
How's she?
She's done better, but she's also getting up there in age. You know how it goes. And you guys, as you guys are kind of talking that shit,
Is she up for company?
You can hear the whole thing start to creak and move as it's being lifted up into the air. This massive piece of actually pretty finely carved bark. So underneath you can see the bark, but on the top it's been, definitely there's woodworking and stuff that makes it, and you have these little seats that are all woodwork into it, and rows, and then, it has definitely a little guardrail around it, carved out of the same piece of wood.
I would like to ask the lift master how many floors there are.
Oh, yes. New to Sprucetuck, of course. Yeah, there are 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Technically, there are more, ma'am.
But for the lift.
For the lift, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They're working on getting an apiary.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So, they're trying. We got a queen, which is pretty exciting. But we just had a hell of a time. We got, I think, a pair of barn owls lately.
Oh, goodness.
Taken up residence over the winter, and we've had some scattered reports of some mice being carried away. So we're trying to figure out. We want to make sure they're not taking up residence, as it kind of points up, and B, that we can defend ourselves if something else were to come.
Can I roll for any more information on that? I have an
Sure.
insectress of 2.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So
A
you roll
what?
2 dice.
You have a what?
Insectress.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna be riding no beating.
Well, and there is apiary skill, so that is a specific. So the insectress, I'm still fine with because you can look for if you're like, is that fresh silk? Maybe they also have spiders, which is actually probably likely. But
technically, a spider's not an insect.
Huh?
Technically, a spider's not an insect.
They're arachnids.
Very true, but they fall in the insectress skill.
Okay. Yes. I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
I hear you.
Listen,
and bees are, so it's kind of weird that way.
My
but
argument with that is, if you are what you eat, spiders
I get in trouble with that in D&D all the time, trying to use real world physics and
Don't do that.
You're right. You're right. My bad.
Suspend reality.
And
their mice.
Get on to me for
so it is hard for me to not do that. Like I have to.
Same.
Okay.
You're in good company.
Okay.
Sure, we've all done.
I want to go see Terry's mom later.
Okay.
I'll drop in and see it.
He's like, where are y'all heading then? You on mission right now? Ooh. Who are you guys going to see?
The doctor, level 5.
Which one?
Have you heard of him? What's his name? Reddick.
Reddick. Oh, yeah. He's been kind of growing in popularity. He's a master poisoner, very eccentric. Even for a scientist, I will warn you. Yeah, he's definitely he's got a lot of interesting things going on. Half of which I don't even know about, or they don't usually tell us all about it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think he came from Lock Haven originally, just like a year ago. So. Not terrible. I mean, he's not from here, but he's from the mouse territories, obviously. So it's all right in my book.
Did the locals seem to like him?
It's an acquired taste, we'll say. I think he means well. I think his stuff's brilliant. He has wonderful ideas, if not somewhat bold. But he's had a proven track record on certain things that he's demonstrated. We had trying to think of something that we had that would be a great example. So he was able to get some squirrels to leave. So we had some squirrels that were up that had taken up and we didn't want to kill them. So he found a way to use the musk. I don't know where he got the musk from. I think he was able to concoct it. And was able to get them to leave. So he's very interested in that, using animals and their built-in senses against them and to our favor. That's cool. So, yeah.
Very useful.
Yeah, but officially he's a poisoner. So, we hope we don't have to use him, but it's good to know we have someone that smart. And boy, he is smart, I'll tell you that much. Way beyond me. I've delivered a few things to him. But it's been, hard to decipher. Very chaotic in his note-taking. So, but welcome.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You too, and Mom would absolutely love to see you. I'll let her know you're coming.
Wonderful.
All right, and then you guys stop at each level, and now you're about level 3, and he gets off.
Okay.
Does a little salute thing, and off he goes, along with a couple other families that all disembark. A couple more get on, and you guys continue on your way up. And eventually you stop at the, a couple minutes, 10 minutes later, you stop at level 5.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we are.
Okay.
Liftmaster says, as he opens up, swings open the gate for you.
Can we ask him what direction?
You can give me a circles check.
Circles check?
And so here's the thing. Since you're from here, you're like, oh, she's asking. You can come in and aid her. And so when you aid, something I like, and it's kind of a silly little detail, but I love it. So when you aid, you say, I would like to aid, and then you can talk to me how you want to aid. And you actually give them one of your dice, and they roll your dice as a part of the aid. And then they give it back after this. It's a little touch, but that's showing you that, showing everybody that you're aiding, and in that way specifically with that
All right,
dice.
well, I want to aid her.
Okay. Go ahead and provide her. You
Go
can
ahead and roll
give
it.
it to her, and she rolls it.
Oh, okay.
So you take one of the dice.
Oh.
Okay.
We get two.
So, okay, 2 successes. Yeah. So, oh, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, he gives you the directions. He's like, just head down. It's going to be along the wall to the left. It's a hollowed out section, and you'll see above it the sign of what looks like a bubbling bottle.
Which cardinal direction is that?
Cardinal directions,
Just for me.
I'd say, let's say northwest.
Okay.
Okay. So there's still quite a bit of hustle and bustle in this location. We'll say the time, is there's some light that's naturally coming through, so it's probably late afternoon. You're guessing. You guys make your way and see indeed a sign that is carved into it, a bottle with kind of bubbles coming out of the bottle. And the door ahead of you is open, wide open, and a light emanates from that location. House, room, whatever. How you want
Do we hear any commotion from in there? Or?
So you do. You hear clinking. You hear kind of rapid talking, but it's hard to decipher what is being said specifically. And that's what you hear from this. Kind of standing outside looking at it.
So do we knock?
You can.
Okay.
The door is open, but yeah, you can go and
okay,
knock
all right.
on the door.
Yeah.
So
Make-
as you guys
make
are going
ourselves
in,
aware.
yep, you look in, and there are rows of tables, and in the very corner you see a little cot that looks to be made of spider silk, or maybe some sort of, maybe it might be silkworm, a cot, but there's definitely a cot that's just sort of strewn there and suspended between the corners of 2 bookshelves, and then you see a whole bunch of jars along another table that's along the side of this wall, and then directly ahead of you there is a dark hole that looks like it might be some sort of a slide or something that descends down. You can see based on it that looks like it's like a hole that goes down. And standing kind of in the middle, and what looks to be having 2 pieces of glass jars, and another one that seems to be bubbling and spewing up, and you see this mouse with kind of a reddish brown fur looking at it, and you see like a monocle fall out of his eye. And he's like, "Oh dear!" He goes around, puts the glasses down, but then fumbles one, and then it breaks. And he's like, "Oh no!" And puts it down here, and you see he's like trying to get everything cleared away, and then you just see this bottle erupt. Like all this is as if you put, the Mentos in the Coke, and it just erupts everywhere, and you see like it drenches him, it drenches all around him, and he's just sitting there like this, and like the other glass out of his other hand drops and it breaks, and then he just like sighs. He's like, "Oh, dang nabbit!" and he starts kicking things around, and then he like steps on something. He's, "Ow!" like as in broken glass, and then he's like, Timon! 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 Where the hell are you when I need you?" And you hear this, "Yes, doctor?" And scaring up the dark hole, you see this little mouseling, barely the equivalent of a teenager, scurries up and has an apron on, and comes up and wide-eyed and runs over. He's like, "Oh dear, what happened here?" And he's like, "Well, I mixed the acid and the base together in too good of a concentration for both. And I'm covered, and we have to get this off me now."
I have healer,
Okay.
so I would like to assist.
All right. So we have to neutralize this stuff.
I also have healing herbs. Does
I'm
that do
starting to
anything?
feel it.
Does that do anything?
I'm gonna lose my fur. Yeah, go ahead.
3.
But does healing herbs add anything?
It can. Yeah. I'll add the dice for being properly equipped.
Okay, so I still got 3.
3. So yeah, you're like, "Oh no!" Like this is. I mean, you're gonna start to see like you could see it start to sizzle and stuff, and you're like, "Well, I don't know what the molarity is," because does your guy have? Do you have scientist?
I do.
You do.
I
So, yeah,
don't
you might
have
roll.
scientist.
Okay,
I
so
just
you
have
can
the
roll
healer.
science.
All right. So there's 2, so I'll roll 3 dice.
No, just 2. Just 2.
Okay. Both.
Nice.
Yeah, you're
get
like,
2
we need to get
sixes.
this off of him. Like, that's not good. And so you see he kind of goes through and jumps into a vat of something that's in another corner that you couldn't see because you're on the inside, but he like runs almost kitty corner to you, and then jump, and you hear this kind of splash, and he's like rinsing around, and he's like, "Pass me the baking soda now," he says, and you see the Tommen, runs over and he grabs this like big, bag of something. He just like starts like pouring, and you see it's going everywhere and everything, and then finally you see the scientist step out, completely drenched, completely white, and it looks like he's like trying to scrub himself clean, and he kind of looks up at you guys and he kind of squints. He stops scrubbing a little bit. Hi,
Hello.
Cloaks,
Yes.
Mouse Guard,
Yes.
sent by Gwendolyn.
Yes.
Excellent, he says, and he kind of goes through, and then instantly his spirit kind of raises, despite having been like drenched in whatever he's drenched in.
But now he's powdered like a chinchilla, so it's fine.
Pretty much, yes. And he kind of goes through and definitely wiping off with his moss towels, and puts it all down. And he's like, "This is great. I'm so perfect timing. All right, have you all ever heard of Taricha granulosa?
No.
No?
Can you spell that for me?
Well, yeah, it's right here." And he goes over to what appears to be a big corkboard.
Okay.
And on it, you see a whole bunch of like things that are basically spiked up with thorns, and then parchments that are kind of spiked up that way. And he's like sifting through them. You're pretty sure you see one of them looks like a raccoon. Another one looks like it's like in the water. They're actually hand drawn pretty nicely. One looks like it's like maybe an alligator gar or something. And then he goes over and he looks over and he moves it aside, and suspended in water in the picture looks like it's a newt.
I was hoping it was a spider.
Says, and he points to the picture, and you can see the name. So it's Taricha space GRANULOSA.
I'm glad y'all brought paper. I came to class with nothing.
Do you want
You're
some?
good.
I'm just kidding.
I got some if you
No,
want
you're
it.
good.
And I have extra pencils too. So
you're good.
if you get something.
TARICHA.
Says yes. I think
GRAN.
colloquially you guys refer to it as the
OSA.
rough-skinned newt. He says, "Yes, you know what's significant about Taricha granulosa?"
No.
It's skin?
Ah, yes. Paid attention in science class. Where are you from? He says
Copperwood.
He goes over. Copperwood. Okay. Not known for their science, but good people, hardy people. He says. He grabs his little monocle, dusts it off, and then starts burning his eyes, and he puts it back in. Oh, whatever. So the skin has a tetrodotoxin.
Tetrodotoxin?
Yes, tetrodotoxin.
Tetrodotoxin.
Yes, a form of neurotoxin. And I will say my own eyes have seen the effects of said neurotoxin on no less than a kit fox. Killed it dead. Within minutes. Can you imagine if we could harness that? He says. And like his little monocle kind of falls out and grabs it.
Do you have an idea how we can safely harvest that?
Yes, I see. Future thinker here too. Oh man, this is such a good sign for the guard's future. Come with me. And you see, he kind of looks at this hole, and he like kind of looks at it, gets this big smile, and just jumps into the hole. And you see, it's like this slide,
Okay.
and he just slides on down.
Jump in the hole.
Yep, jump in the hole.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys slide down, and indeed, it's has a couple of twists. You're like, what the hell is this? Like, really? And then so you get down to the bottom, and it opens up to a branch, one of the smaller branches, and you're like open air, so you can smell, the smell of spring instantly as you disembark from this slide. And ahead of you, it looks almost like a hangar. So it's like this carved out area, and then ahead you see the branch kind of extending from that. But right in front of you is a very large stag beetle that's very much like this, that has decked out all kinds of stuff that's already front loaded, and it's just like sitting there looking at it. And for his part, you guys basically have Tommen slides right behind you and like runs into. Let's see who it runs into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Runs into you. It's your back. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
He says, Tommen! Oh, good. Yes. You have to anticipate. Learn from him. It's like, yes, doctor. And he goes over. It's like, Tommen, did you get everything that I put on the list? He's like, yes, doctor. I mean, you gave me 3 lists. Well, they have all of them. Everything. It's like, yes, doctor, I did. Like, excellent. Okay, so let's go through this. Your mission. I need you to get me a newt. Alive! So we have a couple things, okay? And he goes over, he's like, Tommen, wheel it over here. It's not totally set up, obviously. And he's like, oh, sorry, doctor, but I figured we'd wait until, whatever. It's like, yeah, well, we were gonna leave, but now that you're here, it's gonna be better for you guys to do this perfect mission.
Carpenter skills. If we're having to build anything.
So that may come into play later, and certainly we'll have options to do that later on.
So my question is, are
Yes.
they intelligent?
Oh, the beetles?
The newts.
The newts?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Is anything intelligent besides mice?
Yes.
Okay.
So, let's see. Does anybody have Weasel? So this is the character that has Weasel Wise. What kind of Wises do you guys each have?
I have beetle and rain.
Okay.
Just Snow Wise for me.
Okay.
My guy's pretty much just a fighter.
Axe?
Okay.
Axe
So
Wise?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So thinking of it, and perhaps you see this in some of his illustrations, his kind of chaos illustrations up on the board down here, but you definitely see what is labeled as the scent barrier as one of his the lower level corkboard notes, and drawn on it you see a series of trees with what looks to be like effervescing lines, and basically he has a picture of a bear, he has a picture of a wolf, he has a picture of a fox, he has all of the arrows coming together and then basically going on to what appears to be a section a line that is extending on this map that is apparently in feather. Beyond that, beyond the mouse territories, and beyond apparently there's this scent barrier that you've never heard of before. It says weasel territory. Now, to you and all of you, every mouse knows the story, so this is not you can get the basic lore on this, but essentially, once upon a time, the weasels had also obtained a similar intelligence, and come to find out that once they found the mice had it, they started to trade. So the two territories started working together. Well, something happened, and the weasels went on the warpath, and they basically went and started sacking the mouse territories, and they captured 8 or enslaved mice, and entire communities disappeared. And it like the Mouse Guard had to form up en masse as a war party and basically militarily engage them. Ultimately, barely won and forced the weasels back into their territory, but not without having lost a number of communities. And Sprucetuck is actually pretty close. If you look at the map, you can see how close you are to the weasel territories, and that what was on the map, but not known actually widely to the mouse community, is that there is a scent barrier. So you're kind of seeing this for the first time, that part of it. But you know that to the to the west, far to the west, there are weasels that now are kind of in a de facto state of war with the mouse territories. As far as intelligence, that's about the only. So it's thought that maybe some of the squirrels far to the east might be. We've heard rumors of that, but nothing has been substantiated. No formal contact has been made that you are aware of. And beyond that, you don't know of anything else that is more than animal intelligence.
Do we have a solution to the scent barrier?
Are we going to need to
scent-
pass the scent barrier?
Yeah.
Yeah, scentberry. Yes. And he goes over and he kind of tries to cover up his notes or whatever a little bit. He's like, it's not well known. Tommen, can you go upstairs and fetch me a thing in a circle bottle? He's like, you should know the one. And then you see Tommen's like, yes, sir, and runs and skitters off. He's like, okay, we have a few minutes. Okay, scent barrier. I don't want everybody to know about this, but the mouse territories defend themselves on both of their major sides by using a scent barrier. And we'll get into that more later. You don't need to worry about that now. I'm heavily involved in that, and if you're here for Gwendolyn, you might as well know about it. We basically have to get the musk from the super predators. So bear, wolves.
I get it.
We use the musk to scent and strategically place it along our border to keep the foxes, to keep the raccoons, to keep the other things that are much more direct threat to foxes. Well, the weasels, I wish. The weasels know. They're smarter. They're not so instinctively driven. The minks, the wolverines, the
Foxes?
yeah, foxes. Foxes are a big one. It doesn't work on predatory birds, unfortunately. It doesn't really work on snakes, but it works on the higher mammals that could absolutely demolish our communities.
Okay.
Single-handedly. So that's the scent barrier. We have a special concoction. We have a very difficult and challenging way that we need to get it. And I have some theories on how we might be able to get that easier in synthetic fashion by using different rare but available plants and other materials to mimic the smell. But again, we'll go into that a little bit later, although, okay, you see like Tommen comes down, he's holding like 3 bottles, and he's like not sure which one it is, and he's like, excellent, and he grabs one, and then he just like holds it in his hand, and then he keeps talking, and then Tommen's like, I gotta put the rest away, thank you. And Tommen like skitters off, and he's holding this, and he just like puts it somewhere randomly. He's like, ah. Okay, so here, this right here, and he looks at it. You can see it's a little wagon that's kind of has a indentation in it, and it has. So I guess I'll just draw it for you, more or less. Boo.
You press hard.
I bought this before you got here. I put it in my purse so I wouldn't keep eating it.
Oh. I thought it was all squished.
No. I ate half of it.
Oh, you know what I wanted? A brownie from McAllister's.
Okay.
A blondie. That's what I want. I wouldn't be able to eat it all though.
All right. This is what it looks like from the top down. Okay.
Okay.
So, designed to very specific specifications based on an adult of the rough-skinned newt species. Head goes here, tail goes here, leg.
Okay.
And it's indented but raised on the sides so you can fill it with water so it can survive the trip and not dry out. I've had a previous group that tried to get me one in the past, and it failed miserably and died. I think if we could get it in water that is obtained from where you're going to find them,
From its natural habitat.
and we have these, and he opens up. He has this like little woven netting, this like cotton netting that he moves over off the back of the stag beetle. And he's like, Gerald here is holding the mosquito nymphs, so we can feed them, or you can use them as lures. I gave you a whole bunch of them. I have a breeding colony down below. You're gonna have 6 that you can play with. I would say leave 3 for the trip back.
Okay.
It's gonna be about 2 days.
Okay.
But yeah, they're dumber than a box of rocks, I'll tell you what.
Can,
So I'm hopeful that if we have food, we have water, keep them moist, we have a means of transporting them so they won't get hurt on their belly. You can get them in there. We can make this happen.
So will we need to wear special attire?
The scientist. You're from Sprucetuck, yeah?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, yes. He goes over to another little gourd and he opens up and you see an onion. Little onion. It's like, so, secret. If you peel off the onion and you get a little layer, and he shows you, he like moves up one of them that he has on the shelf and pulls it off. And he peels up some of it and you see it's really thin. And then he cuts it off and he basically wraps his hands around it.
Okay.
Smell like onion, but you can handle it.
All right.
That's cool.
No risk of poisoning with this barrier, but I highly recommend using it. I don't know the mechanism of this poisoning, and I suspect it might be ingested, but I don't know if it's also contact.
Do you have anything that we might be able to incapacitate the newt with?
So
Maybe
what
put
I've
it to
been
sleep or
told-
something?
no. But what I've been told is that they're rather simple-minded, and so that if you can get them excited about your nymph, kind of fishing style, you might be able to lead them up the ramp. And he shows you, he kind of like lifts out the wood and puts it down. There's like a little ramp system that he has there that goes into it, and then it'll get trapped if you can get it there, and you just work its legs and its body in. It should fit if you get an adult one, or a smaller could fit, but it's just gonna, it might crawl out then. And these straps here, this is how you're gonna keep it in. And he kind of looks over. So it's the best of what I got.
So we
I think it would
could put water in it first.
well, we gotta get there first though, because we don't want to drag it with the water in it.
Well, right. But like, so when we get there, and then we put water in it first, and throw some food in there, just have it go get it.
Is that what the mosquitoes
And these are all the little
for?
mosquito. Yes. Yes, that's their food.
Do we need any mosquitoes for the beetle?
No, beetle, they forage.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
Cool.
Yeah, Gerald's he's old. He's good. Big, strong. He's good. Well, and I'll make sure I feed him extra before you guys take him. Whenever you decide you want to go. So and he puts back in his monocle. So missions. Yes, that's the primary mission. Got it. Good. You guys are good. Tetrodotoxin. We want to be able to harvest this for the long term, and potentially use this against any would-be predators that are coming, or weasels. Second to that, and as a part of the scent barrier, I would like a couple of things, if you might find them. This is secondary, though. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just proceed forward with the newts. The newts take full priority. Try and get skunk cabbage. They grow in marshy areas. Water hemlock. Now let's just start with those two.
Do you have pictures of those or something so we know
Yes,
what we're looking
and
for?
he sorts through all of his hand-drawn notes, and then he shows you. And skunk cabbage basically.
Because I have no idea what that is unless y'all do.
With survivalist, could I know what that is?
Sure. Yeah. Well, you can
I
roll
have
for it.
that,
Yeah.
but
So I'm survivalist too.
Well, I'm thinking like poisons.
yeah.
I got 2. 2 out of 2.
Nice.
Or
I'm going to roll too.
survivalists.
So yeah, 2 out of 2.
So you're gonna get 4 or above, right?
So skunk cabbage looks kind of like this.
Cool. Tasty.
It looks like it's got crab
So I know.
So they can grow into very
I know what
big
hemlock
leaves.
looks like, but
And
I've
it's-
never heard of water hemlock. Is it the same?
It's the same family,
Okay.
but much more in like aquatic environments.
Okay.
And this is important because right along the scent barrier, we use it as sort of a natural border, is Border Creek. Border Creek runs the length of our border. And it's a south or north to south running stream river, more stream creek type. Yeah, here. So water.
Yep. Yep. It's just like it.
So that's what he shows you a picture of. It's all beautifully illustrated. He's clearly also an artist. So yes, all of that or none of it. I mean, obviously, if it's gonna put your lives at risk, I can't do that. But newts, then actually hemlock, and then skunk cabbage if we have to make an order. All of them would be amazing and greatly appreciated. And then you can get involved, and I'll show you what I do with it all.
Cool.
Deal.
Right. Excellent.
So
So
what-
excited. This is so great.
So, I mean, we got all the supplies packed on the.
Yeah.
Yep.
can
And
head
he
out.
points out, I've already taken the live. It was going to be 3 of us. I was going to take one of the guardsmen. So we have your 3 of them, 3 of you. All of your sleeping arrangements have supplies for food. And I hope you guys like mushrooms and fruit. If not, you may have to find something else along the way. There's plenty, though. Not a lot of foraging goes on beyond Sprucetuck and heading west, so should be plenty to see there if you need to. I would recommend not traveling at night. I don't know if you've heard, but there is a pair of barn owls that have taken up residence somewhere in the area. You're going to be fine as long as you don't travel at night. If you do, you have to, for some forsaken reason, be careful. We might be checking the owl pellets for your remains. And we'll send them home.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So no traveling tonight. Sounds good.
Yes. Go.
What time is it right now?
It's like late afternoon.
Okay.
So it's not,
So we're gonna wait till in the morning to leave out.
No, we can probably
That's
go ahead
fine.
and go now
As you
and
wish.
just pull over before it gets dark.
Like make some progress towards it.
Yeah.
Okay. And for his part, he does have a separate pulley system, so he has his own little private area. And he says you're fully allowed to use this. It's open for you, anybody that's working with me. Had it installed last month, so right as the winter was finally letting up. So it is yours to use if you don't want to go the route of all the other mouses. You want a little bit more private entry like me.
I mean, especially if we have a newt with us,
Yeah. Yeah, all that should be secret for sure.
or at least don't get it close
But yeah,
to the public.
there's fishing gear, there's nets, there's the
Food,
glasses.
onions. We got the onions.
And 2 of them actually. There's another one behind it, and in case you need more, there should be plenty for that. And then some empty gourds if you need them. And then we have a couple of folded over leaves that are that you could use to hold the hemlock and then the skunk cabbage.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Then, so Tom, and you see he's kind of comes back and he's sort of looking at you guys. He seems wide-eyed, kind of looking at your cloaks. Yes, Tom, and yes, they are Mouse Guard. Tom is very interested in joining the Mouse Guard. Try to convince him to become a scientist, but I don't know. His heart seems to be in a more adventurous state. But he's a good kid. Just don't let Don't tell him I told you that. You need to keep him on his toes. You get lazy. All right. So, yeah, you guys feel the cold breeze, and you can look out over what looks to be a kind of a grassy plain, and then in the distance you see a whole big strand of trees that appears to be the start of could be an endless forest. You have no idea. But Tommen comes up and has a little rolled up parchment and hands it to you. That's the map. He forgot to pack that.
Thank you, Tommen. This is very helpful.
Yep.
He forgets things sometimes. Good luck.
Thank you.
Awesome. Kind of looks at your sword and weapons.
Before we leave, can I roll a survivalist check to make sure that we do have all the stuff that we need since he said that?
Anybody that has survivalist can aid you as well if they want to.
Can we each aid her?
If you have survivalist.
I do.
Yes. Because you guys are all kind of going through the...
Nope.
You got everything. You're A-okay.
We are good.
You are A-okay. You trust in the absent-minded professor. You're good to go.
So now, if we just aided, we don't count that as a fail, or do we?
You can count that as a fail.
That was wonderful. Yes. And what did you aid me on earlier?
What was it? Oh,
Researches or no?
Circles.
Circles.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys are standing
So
there.
can I use,
you see a couple birds flying in the distance, but nothing doesn't look predatory.
Can I use Pathfinder to go over the map and make sure we're heading in the right
You
direction?
can.
And I would
I
like
can
to help
aid you.
Excellent. So there is a rule for using skills that you've never used before. We'll get into that when it really comes into it, but basically you take your will divided by 2 rounded up.
Oh, what?
And so you take your will score, you divide it by 2, and you round up, and that's how many dice you can roll.
Okay,
And
so
you
I
can-
can
If it's
roll
something
2.
you've never used before or something that you have.
If it's something you don't have on your character sheet,
Oh,
like
okay.
if you
I
wanted to
have
do
it.
something not to aid but on your own,
Oh.
and you don't have that skill, you could still do it, and it gives you the success
I
or
see.
failure, but it requires you to have one more objective number. So it's like instead of requiring one object, it takes 2. It'll be.
Ready?
It's obstacle. It'll be his obstacle.
I got 2.
2. Yeah, you're pretty sure you're like, okay, this tracks. You've seen some maps generally of the mouse territories, and you know you're far to the west, and you're like, okay, but this one has both the scent barrier as a dashed line, and right along it a blue line, which suggests that would be the creek. So Border Creek is clearly marked. You have a couple of different, there's going to be a rock that looks like a fox in general terms, and it has a couple. Basically, what I'm saying is it has a couple of things that you'll be able to see along the way and help you with that roll, because you made one over. You had a threshold of success, so you're good to go. You're pretty confident you can get there. But yeah, you see like patches of snow still, and it does look like there's some clouds up ahead. And based on, you guys can do weather if you want.
I'm rain wise.
If anyone has weather watcher.
Me.
Okay, so you can roll.
So
Do you have to have this skill to help?
come on. What does it need to be above?
4. 4 or higher.
Yeah.
So above a 3. Okay. Yeah, it's just hard to tell, and you're kind of just excited about your first real mission, because the last one was kind of, whatever, it's kind of BS. You're just delivering other people's orders to a established city. Yeah, this is much more exciting. And you're going to be frontiering, so you're going to be like, you're going to be pushing the envelope too. So no, you guys are able to basically load everything on. You can roll your insectors to interact with Gerald.
1.
That's fine. So Gerald seems to like you, and he follows you right onto but it's like bowing. Like this one's not as well carved out as the main 4. and it's definitely, you know, it's underneath is a leaf, and you know, so you're definitely like bowing this whole system, and then with that, you see Tommen goes and you guys are lowered down and down and down and down into the ground pretty fast. It's its own ride. Gerald doesn't seem phased though, and you guys make it to the ground safely.
Cool.
I want to scratch Gerald's
Let
head
everything's
while we're
fine.
going down.
Yeah, he likes it. He kind of goes and you see it like kind of shakes. Big body. So yeah, you guys are now, you know, you're looking at it. You probably have maybe 3 hours or so of
Daylight?
sunlight. Yeah. Still.
All right, let's do the thing.
All right. And so you're able to get Gerald move in with your previous role, and you guys are on your way.
I would say we probably need to travel for like 2 hours and then spend an hour making sure that we're in a safe spot for the owls.
So I'll scout a safe spot
Okay.
for us.
Yep.
No, I can't help but scout.
I can help with scouts.
I mean,
You guys all, but then you're who's leaving? So you guys are gonna leave Gerald somewhere?
Exactly. No.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. Gerald, for his part, will kind of do whatever you
She
want.
can stay. So
Yeah, I'll stay with Gerald.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. It's a fail. So you kind of, it's
That's the
hard to
wrong
find a
one.
good
Please
spot.
leave.
Every part looks the same. You're still in the grasslands, but after an hour of traveling, you can see the trees. So you think maybe in another hour or so you can maybe reach the first of the trees, kind of the first tree line.
Okay.
Big tall pine trees for the most part.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Cool.
So are you guys going to stop after the hour, or are you going to keep going?
1 more hour and then stop, yeah.
Yeah, that way we're fully inside the tree
In the
line.
tree
and we
line,
still
yeah.
have an hour before.
Okay.
Sit down.
Bless you. All right.
Did that hurt?
It hurts if I let it out.
Okay.
That's why I always hold them.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I had the guy sneeze. I just.
Oh my God, Jacob, he scares me so bad.
Gene,
And he was like, he keeps telling me, you're gonna blow something out doing that. No, that's a myth. So when I was in the 3rd grade, sorry, sidetrack.
You good?
I was on the bus, and so I used to sneeze out loud, but when I did, I had this huge snot bubble, and
Oh,
the guy next to me was like picking on me, calling me snot nose. So I just held it
boo.
in ever since. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
And now, so it has come out before, and it hurts all down through here if I let it out. So I hold that.
Yeah, I can't hold it. I'm the opposite.
Mine's
I
coming
probably
out.
sneeze a little too loud, but it's what it is. No, so yeah, you guys end up getting to like right at the tree line after another hour. You think you have another hour's worth of daylight, but the clouds are descending upon you fast. So it's getting darker and darker, and you, not just from lack of light, but actually from
The
cloud
clouds.
cover, and you guys all hear the distance rumble of thunder.
So we need to find someplace.
Safe.
And
Yeah. Okay.
you said there's trees.
So
There are.
I have survivalist and I have carpenter because we do have stuff to make a shelter, right?
Yep. We give you a whole bunch of just extra random crap too. So
Okay.
yeah, there can be. You can roll resources actually and see what.
A cartographer is like a map maker, right?
That is exactly what it is. So you could also use that to look at the map, and then you could add to the map. You can make
As
your
we're
own.
going, because it's
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I want to map
So-
out where we stop.
For resources.
For resources, yeah, you have whatever you want.
Okay.
So you can totally make your own lean-to. You have not just the sleeping bags, but he packed in there, frames for tents, or he packed wax and other moldable materials so that you can actually stick stuff together. Yeah.
So I'm gonna like roll and like map out all our stops so that we
That's
stop
fine.
in assembly.
Yeah, go for it.
1.
One. Yeah, I mean, you're not as happy with it yourself, but you're able to map at least what you're doing and maybe add a little bit of detail to what is otherwise a super sparse picture and you're like, well, we haven't seen that rock yet. That looks like the fox. But you have seen, a tree that looks like, whatever, looks like a raccoon that's standing on its haunches. So you're able to add a little bit. But yeah, you're able to find a spot that looks like it could be more or less protected should you guys get, the rains. And because if you can imagine, you're a mouse, rains are actually much more of a bigger deal for you. And definitely, you've heard of stories that can knock out mice. Particularly, it can become lethal if it has, the ice and if it hails. And it is still pretty cold out, so you're not sure how that would play out. But you can find an area that's definitely like the top, like the tree has not just the tree and the canopy, but then it also has another smaller tree that's beneath it, and it provides an extra layer of overlap protection in between the two trees. So you're able to find a spot that looks like and in that is a bush that you're able to find a pretty good spot to set up camp for the night. So, okay, so you did carpentry that was your resources for 2.
Yes.
So now you can roll for carpentry. Anybody that wants to help can help.
I don't have that.
I also have survivalist.
If you have survivalist, I'll allow that to aid.
I do have that.
So yeah, go ahead and aid with the survival. So you're like scavenging more materials. You're using what you have. 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So still a success, but it just won't be able to be like, it's not a lasting structure, which you don't need it to be. But yeah, you guys end up making this structure, and sure enough, though, you can hear the loud patter of rain start, and just this deluge just comes over the whole area, preceded by like a little bit of fog, and then just this massive amount of rain that's coming down. It's not hail, but it is rain.
I got a question. Does
Yeah.
baker count as just strictly baking, or is it cooking period?
I'm cooked.
It's just
Okay,
baking.
never mind. Gotcha. Never mind then.
Yeah, but it has its own uses that are
Yeah.
beyond that too. But,
Later.
and it's very it is one of those skills that you can compensate for resources. So like you can use that or leverage that to aid you in resources, sort of thing. If you have your own oven and you bake stuff. Go ahead. What are you doing?
So I was gonna cook for us.
Yeah, that's fine. Do it.
1.
Okay. You're able to find, like you said, you guys had some mushrooms and some fruit, so you're able to kind of boil up the mushrooms and cook them up. He has a couple little spices, a little bit of salt from the salt field to the south, apparently, and he has this block of salt, so you're able to shave off a little bit of it, and you're able to make a decent meal. It's nothing to write home about, but you didn't have much to work with anyway. So yeah, and it's kind of rains for the majority of the night, but for many reasons it's actually kind of relaxing. So you guys can all roll nature for me as you follow us.
So
I was gonna
I roll
ask.
6.
I was gonna ask if Gerald likes throwing.
He does not, noticeably. He's like almost edging you guys out from this.
I got 4.
Wow. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's cocked. Reroll that one.
I mean, but I see a 5.
And
We'll let you decide. Do you think that? Oh no, I hit it. Okay, so 1,
If it
2,
changed, then
3.
probably okay.
3.
So still pretty good. So you sleep you're just sleeping like a baby, and the whole, with the rain helping and everything. Even though there's this big ass beetle that's trying to force all of you guys out so it can get premium rainless spot, you're still able to just roll over and keep sleeping. You two, however, awaken to find that there are scales right in front of you. And in between you, the fire is still lit, and you can see the crackle of the fire and the reflection of the fire on the roof, which would presumably be maybe a large leaf from one of the trees, but you can't see the fire directly. something is in between you and the fire, and it has scales. And as your eyes are kind of getting adjusted to the light, and after having been woken up, it appears that it is green. It's dark out, so it's definitely green. So, because you can see it even in the dark. It appears that there's a snake ahead of you.
Oh.
And it is like right at your feet. But you don't see the head, you just see part of the body. And to you, it's like, you can look at those miniatures and you can put that next to it. It's roughly about that.
So it's not bigger than us. It's just.
No, and so you guys, does anyone have anything that they might build, like snake-wise, or no, I don't think so, because you guys read up.
And I'm still asleep, correct?
I feel like survivalist is the closest thing I would
I have fighter.
No, so this is one that you both could make unchecked, would be snake-wise. Okay.
So
Wait,
I have
what?
a 3, so I can do 2, right?
2.
So
So you do your will divided by 2,
2.
and then you roll the 2 dice.
Okay.
1, okay?
1.
And then is that a pass
that is a pass.
for will?
For you write down in one of the open spaces, you can write down snake-wise, and you can put a 1 success. And for a new thing, I think it's you have to get 2 successes, 1 fail in order to get a new skill. And it becomes, I think, a 2. Okay, so you guys, being what you are, there's a whole section of during your training in Mouse Guard on predators and snakes and other things. Under the snakes section, there is a part that talks about snakes that are not dangerous, and they are called a green snake, and you are pretty sure that is what this is. They're insectivorous, but they're smaller insects, so they wouldn't even dare try to go after Gerald. But they would eat like crickets or ants or whatever.
Or mosquitoes.
Possibly, if it could catch it. So yeah, and what you think is happening is it's trying to get the warmth from the fire. So that
Let's
is
help
what you
it
see
out.
ahead of you.
Because it's a good snake.
So,
I'm asleep, so I don't know what's going on.
yeah, you're just
No.
and you're having this wonderful dream. You're pretty sure there's like meat involved, and you're like, you guys having a good time.
I may have an idea.
But you both are awake,
Okay.
and you're like looking, and it's like right there, and you can see it kind of like moving and trying to like cinch in, but then it looks like it might get burned, so then it comes back out again, and then it kind of goes and keeps turning, so that it's completely coiled around the fire, but just far enough away so it's not getting burned. What do you do?
So I'm thinking, if we have some nets and we have fishing gear, we can kind of get its head trapped in a net while it tries to get a mosquito, and make it to where we can kind of harness the snake.
I'm asleep.
Okay, what?
You are
Like, don't
asleep.
ask me.
Okay, what now? So you want to trap its head in a net?
Yeah. And basically make a harness for the snake so that then
And
we would
ride
have
it?
no, it's too small. But then we would have a harness that we would also have a snake.
Okay. Alright. You realize we got a lot of stuff.
It could be used to scare the newts.
I mean, I thought we already had a plan for it.
We do.
But if it doesn't work, okay, alright. I see what you're saying. Alright.
I mean, if he's just chilling by the fire, we could wake him up and see what he says. Also, how is Gerald reacting to this?
He's not. He's like sitting there.
Okay.
After he kind of forced you guys out a little bit to get like the premium non-wet part, he just chilling until you have him move.
Okay.
He doesn't seem bothered at all. And it's like right in front of him too. But
Go wake him up.
All right, you are awakened, ripped out of your dream.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to harness this snake. What are your thoughts?
What snake?
This snake.
you see it.
It's not. It should be fine. It's a green snake, but like I was thinking, we could use it to scare the newts. Just in case, it's like
The
a
newt's
backup
in
plan.
water, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this a water snake?
Oh,
I mean,
probably not.
I have no idea.
I mean, not in real
You
life.
can
they're
give
not.
me a snake-wise as well. So you could do half of your will, round it
Which is
up
1.5, so 2.
2, and then let's see. You don't.
I got
you already
one.
did yours.
One.
You already did yours.
Oh.
This is him catching up.
Snake wise.
So yeah, you know about what they know, but it's very basic, and
No,
you're
you
like,
need
the
to
only
write it
thing
down.
you know is that this one
need to write
isn't.
it down.
The,
Isn't it under wises?
yep, you can
Oh,
put it under
okay.
wise. Yep.
I put it in the wrong spot then.
No worries.
So I got 1.
Yep, one success. So you know indeed what they're saying. It's a green snake. You don't think it's not on the list of predators that they warned you about in the guard.
Do I remember
and
if it even swims and stuff, or is it just a land
It can
snake?
swim, you think, but it's not known for being a water snake or anything that you're aware of. But you don't really know.
I mean, we might. I don't know.
It's definitely loving the heat of the fires right now, especially with how cold everything
We still
is.
don't know how the poison works in the newt,
You're
or
right.
with the newt.
Yeah, it might kill him.
It might.
Well, I mean,
I'm trying not to be as smarter than my character is.
but I mean, I'm
go
not.
for
Try not to metagame.
But if we harness it, then maybe it could just
The mice are
scare. Maybe then it could scare the newt without attacking the newt.
What I know, like
Well, I don't think it would
about
attack
tree
the newt.
frogs and how their venom comes through their skin and all that, which would be
you could
very,
give me amphibian wise.
which would be 2 again. I don't know shit.
Yeah, you don't know.
He's like, ow.
This is really interesting. You're thinking maybe I should have paid more attention during that part, but no, fortunately.
So I mean, I don't
Magic.
think the snake would attack the newt though, because it's not that kind of a snake.
I just don't see a use for the snake other than blocking the fire, so I'm not
She just
feeling the
likes
heat
pets.
right now. Oh, and I get it. I can tell.
It's not exactly what it is, but
Too bad it's not small enough you could just wear it around your neck and chill, hang out with
Right?
it. Hey, maybe you could just pet and love on it, and it'll just follow us just because it wants
Yeah,
to.
maybe to be your friend.
can I roll to see if this?
I would say you can choose between Persuader and modified by your Snakewise, which you don't have yet.
I can help you with Persuader, right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to help her tame it.
Hey, whatever she wants to do. We just
I have
I need happy
instructors.
teammates.
No.
If you were
Do you
to
have
tame
Persuader?
it and then you could
No.
train it,
Oh.
I would say that would be used.
Okay.
But
Wait,
it's not
what?
tame yet.
Okay.
If you guys tame it, she could use Instructor to teach it things.
Train it. Yeah.
Basic stuff. But it wouldn't. I wouldn't have it aiding yet.
Could I maybe use one of the mosquitoes because I have Insectress?
Don't we
to
only have
help-
6 of those?
Yes.
Yeah. And we have to take
Oh,
3
well,
for the way back.
You have an equipment bonus, but you have to use one of your 6 snips.
One of
y'all
the
don't want me
6
to do that.
the
We really
6
need those to capture our objective.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna use the 2 and see if I can like cuddle up to the snake. Maybe make it more warm.
the
Okay.
2 from what?
2 from just general.
Like,
Well, if you the other, yeah, it does eat insects.
Like we.
Hey,
So,
well,
you,
it's nighttime. Well, it's raining too still, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah, I'm not going out.
Most things are hunkered down though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I get hit by one raindrop, I'm probably dead.
no, but that would you feel it?
Probably
for sure.
drowned, especially if I'm looking
It's a
up.
bite.
Oh,
No. Okay.
it's all right.
It doesn't seem to notice one way or another. It's just really focused on that flame.
Okay. Well, it has an attack.
I used to have a snake and I could tap on the floor and it would come to me. A red-tailed boa. She was
that's
awesome.
Yeah.
And she was super tame. Like all my younger girls, or they're older now, but they could like literally grab her head. She did not care.
That's awesome. I had a albino corn snake and a green green snake as well.
I had a ball python before her, and that one was not cool.
We had a ton of green snakes because I mean they were just everywhere, especially on the fig trees. Oh my gosh, my mom would be freaking out. They taught us how to tell what was poisonous and what wasn't, so that's just what we did.
Hang on. If you think that I just want pets, does that mean you think Z is a pet?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, Bobo's my pet.
I mean, he's very happy to see you guys. This is our D&D game.
Oh, you're good.
I mean, look, my child is a dog.
Is it because of my mushrooms?
No.
One of my favorite pets was my iguana. I
My
had.
pets are
Oh,
like
really?
my
Green
children.
iguana?
Yeah, he didn't like women though. He would slap the tank whenever my
Oh,
first
the
wife.
tails?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But I would hold him and feed him like baby food, carrots and peas off of a spoon. He would just eat it. His name was Zeus. I went to basic training. Somebody broke in my house and stole him.
Them bastards. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I was told is what happened.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure my ex-wife and her friends got rid of him.
Oh,
Got rid of him.
sorry.
Yeah, didn't like him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
So then what do you guys want to do? You guys just gonna have it?
You want to
Throw it in the heat
try
and
loving
move on
on
the
it,
next
and
day?
betting on it, and see if it's
Or
right
is
here,
someone
buddy?
else going to try
I did.
something? You can try other things. If the other people want, if you guys want to try anything with it, you can.
I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already awake. I guess I could try.
I'm going to sleep.
Could I get a second chance with stubbornness?
I'll give you one die to add to the others.
Ended up with 2
He
threes.
just doesn't care.
Okay.
You think, but you feel it's super cold. Like the snake is like really cold.
Well, I don't want
We
it
could,
to die.
We could just carry a torch with us and put the fire out, and he'll follow us. If he's really wanting that heat. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in the morning.
You can.
We'll see what he does while we're asleep, I guess.
You guys gonna go back to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to like crawl over the snake now and sleep closer to the fire, not in the fire, obviously. But
Sure.
I'll lean back on, use the snake as my pillow.
Really hot. Well, because he's like really close to it anyway. But you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that, but it's really that. Right
Remember,
above the
you have
fire.
fur.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, and then if if it shifts and then pulls you closer into it, that would be good.
Yeah.
No, but you guys wake up. Snake's still there, and the fire's just barely going. But it's like it's like followed it as the fire got less and less and less. But it's still there, and you guys kind of look around, and the rain seems to have subsided a little bit. It's still like a little bit sprinkling. You can still hear the pitter patter way up high in the canopies, and occasionally a drop will fall down, but nothing even remotely dangerous like it was last night.
Could get some green snakeskin boots. I mean, just a thought, you know.
So are you going to do the fire and try and lead it?
Nah, I don't.
You can. It would be a persuasion check. Essentially, is what that would be.
What about, do we have an extra sack we can just put him in and carry him with us?
We're mice.
With her
That'd
roll,
be a big-
yes, you can. He has big sacks. The scientists hooked you up with a lot of stuff. So
Okay.
We'd be
So
dragging
pretty
it.
much whatever you want, you're gonna
You see the
have.
size
as
of
part
that
of this.
snake? I mean, I know it's small, but that sack is not going over your shoulder.
Gerald's going to carry it.
Yeah. Cool. You're right.
I mean, because the doctor may have use for him.
You're right.
All right.
And I
so
feel bad. I wanted
what's
to
the
get her a
plan?
snake.
What are you guys doing, or
We
you
don't have
just
to
leave
get
it?
a snake.
I'm gonna sit back and watch them try to put that snake in my bag because that's gonna be hilarious.
No.
Of course, it might willingly go in there.
I mean,
How bad do you want this snake? We'll do whatever you want to get that
Yeah.
snake. You want that snake? It's coming with us.
I think he's dangerous.
Who? Me? You want the snake? We get the snake. I'll take a stick out of the fire and throw it in the bag and see if the
That's
I'm kidding.
No, I was thinking like
Now you don't have the bag.
get material, hang it over the fire for a little bit so it warms up. Put the material in the bag, see if the snake follows it.
See, that's why you're
like
the
heat
smart
of
one. I'm
stone.
just a weapon slinger over here and sleeper.
I guess. Can I see if the thing I just said works?
It's a good idea. Heat up. Actually, take some rocks from around the fire. Do the
Both
same
you
thing.
guys, but you can aid her with that. I'd say persuasion.
Persuasion.
It's gonna be a persuasion check.
I don't have persuasion.
I'll help, but I'll do the main.
Persuasion.
I have persuade.
Okay, so you can do the
And
main.
then-
I'll allow you to aid him because of the you kind of coming together with the idea.
Yeah, with the heated rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Well, you had the
One.
2. Is that a 4?
No, it's
Oh,
a 2.
okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I
Yeah,
need my
so you
glasses.
kind of going in there. It's not. It like watches you and then like kind of follows the heat a little bit, but then like sees the bag and then like kind of like goes back and then doesn't seem interested in going into the bag.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I got a sword.
No.
We can cut it into pieces and then get into the bag.
It'll fit in smaller bags.
Lord.
I wasn't
gonna have
thinking. I
some
wasn't thinking
questions
cut it
for
up.
after
I was
this.
thinking about like maybe prodding it and like directing it into the bag.
If it's already suspicious of the bag, it's okay. We can go ahead and
We've wasted too much time on this.
yeah, we should go.
Okay, are you doing your torch idea
For what?
to have
To
it
have it
follow
follow
you
us.
a torch, or are you just
mean,
letting
it
it go?
is- I'm good. Unless she wants me to do it.
No, you're
It's
good.
okay.
You're
We
good.
tried. We tried. It's
All right.
I'm good.
It will go on its way, and you guys go on your way. And so the next day and night are pretty much uneventful. You don't have anybody sharing. The rain subsides completely, and it becomes a sunny day on the day of arrival, where you're supposed to. You see the fox like rock, which basically is like this kind of a taller rock with two kind of sharper rocks that come off the side. You're like, that's that. Okay.
So we're at the river.
So it's like you're coming up on it here today.
Okay.
And so you're traveling there.
Are we gonna get there? Like, what time of day are we gonna get there?
Probably noon.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the
high
river,
noon.
where the newt is. Okay.
Does
You're not
any-
sure where exactly it would be. He just said that with the flooding. So something else he would have mentioned as you're kind of recalling your conversation. Other parts of it. He said that you want to go for stagnant water. So it's not going to be usually in sort of a
Nah,
running
it's gonna be
area. You
a
want to
puddle
find
or
like more
something.
like maybe the flooded parts. And that's also where you're finding hemlock too, and the skunk cabbage actually, because that's more of like a marshy plant.
Okay.
So that's what you're looking for, that sort of environment. And sure enough, you guys do get to this creek, definitely more of a river to you. It is flowing, and you can see though that because it's flowing, clearly ice melt and whatever else, and because of the rains the 2 nights ago, it's probably had something to do with it. But you can see that on the far bank, it looks like there's areas that water has collected when it might have been even higher flood stage, and you can see that it's sort of much more wet.
But it's on the
almost
other
marshy.
side?
It is on the other
There's
side.
nothing on our side like that.
Not where you are immediately, and you're kind of, and there's definitely like rocks and stuff along here.
I think we should walk upstream and see if we can find
Or-
either a way across or another pool on our side.
Wonder, since we have a carpenter here, could we make ourselves a boat?
So there is a
Oh.
specific boat.
Shipwright,
There's a boat crafter.
boat craft.
Oh, okay. All right.
I would allow it, but it is going to require one additional success.
Well, could
to
we?
go.
We
Instead
could
of one
climb a
success, you might need
tree.
2, for example.
What?
If you use carpentry instead of boat.
What if I have a weird way to argue the disadvantage? Could I add something to the cart we have for the salamander to make it into a boat? For, like, a temporary boat. And I
Well-
understand if you say that I'm just, you know.
If you just maybe if you attach some, because it'd have to, are you just bringing you 3, or are you going to try and bring Gerald?
We need our supplies.
So, I want to scout out and see if there's a tree that goes over.
Okay. Roll scout.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Same. Well, we'll boost you up the tree is what we'll do.
I got a scout. I can help you.
Oh, I have scout too.
1, 2, 2.
Okay. Sure enough, you do see what looks to be a overhang that is going from your side to the other side, but it doesn't directly, like it's not fully falling across. So you could climb up it and then you'd have to find a way down, or you'd have to try and chop, because it's just a little, it's not big. Like it's like a very small part of a tree, like one of the branches, but you'd have to like either separate it to have it fall the rest of the way, or you'd have to like suspend yourself and go down. But there is one that you find that's big enough for you, but also reasonable enough where if all three of you were working on it, you could probably get it loosened and fell the rest of the way.
And it'd be big enough for our beetle buddy to walk across too?
You think so?
Let's do that.
With some difficulty, you're definitely going to have to guide it.
Oh, yes, I have an axe and I'm axe-wise.
Okay.
Look at you go.
So,
Look at that.
And I have 2 for carpenter.
So then I will give you an extra 2 dice to your axe wise.
1.
Okay, still good enough. So you're able to kind of fell it. It's not pretty, and definitely you're going to need to help Gerald to get across because of the way it fell. It's one of those like you have this idea of how it's going to fall, but then it like offsets a little bit, and you're like, oh, that's annoying. It still works, but it's annoying. So that's kind of the situation you've got going on here.
Okay.
So you are able to, with a couple of really powerful swings, a number of choppy choppies, and then it falls and then rolls a little bit and then stops. And you're like, okay, we're good. And it is going all the way across and to the other side.
Cool.
So leading Gerald. Leading Gerald is
your buddy.
going to be,
I'll help.
I would say, Insectress or Persuasion.
I have Insectress.
Okay, that would be a primary. The others are secondary. So you guys can still aid if you have those.
I have Persuade.
Okay.
2.
2. All right, you guys are able to effectively lead Gerald, who seems really excited about the moss on this, but then you're like, okay, I'll move along, and you kind of dotes around with all this stuff going, and then the wagon that he has behind him is also, you're able to move it with the 2 successes, and you guys are able to cross effectively. So, you guys are on the other side.
When we get over, I want to scrape some of the moss off and give it to him.
Okay. He gobbles it up. And then he like starts turning around like he wants to go back.
No, Gerald.
No, just
No,
wait a
Gerald.
little bit. I'll make sure to get you some more before we leave. I promise.
You're pretty sure you hear him sigh, but then he does what you need him to do. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are there, and sure enough, you're kind of at the bank, which is raised and mossy, and then down below, you can feel like just the humidity from this like kind of the cold marsh that's ahead of you, this kind of marshy, flooded land, and you guys can give me. Let's see what would work. Survivalist. I would say survivalist, pretty solidly survivalist.
Are you all rolling it?
You can each roll it, or you can aid. It's up to you.
I got none.
I got 2.
So you guys can't like see much, and you're kind of looking around. You see so you guys failed.
Mm-hmm.
You see it ahead of you, and you're pretty sure you see the hemlock. And it's like right at the base of this hill. But what happens in this game? So if you fail, there can be effects where like you don't necessarily die, but there might be like complications or something that might happen or trigger. And this is one of those times where if you fail certain things, it can trigger something. So as you guys are going, you don't see the hemlock. Neither do you, because you both are focused on movement to the side of you. And as you're looking along the bank, you see more scales, but these are much bigger. And you see a black scales with a yellow stripe. And suddenly erupting out of the side of the bank is what appears to be another much larger snake. And this one coils in, or kind of, snakes in, or S's in, and then gets ready to strike. So, we're going to go into our first. Yeah, no. So, yes, it would be. But we're going to go into a conflict, they call that. So up until this point, we've been doing tests. Some of them have been, they haven't. Most of them have just been single tests. The conflict is different. So a conflict utilizes a couple of different rules depending on what it is that the conflict is. So you could do it could be like a political argument, or it could be a chase, or it could be a fight. And in this case, it's a fight with a creature. So when you do a fight with a creature, you have to decide who has, who's going to be on what side. And so if we had more than 4 people, this is why I said 2 to 4 is perfect for this. So a 3 is the optimal size of a group for Mouse Guard, because conflicts, you groups of 4, and then if you have any more, you have to split that some other way. So you have 2 groups that are no more than 4. And so you're the participants in teams. So you guys are going to be a team, and I, as a garter snake, am going to be my own team. And what we're going to do is we have so there's all argument, chase, fight, speech, journey, negotiation, war, and then there's other ones. So we're going to go into a fight with the snake.
And I'm a fighter.
I'm a fighter.
Awesome.
Yay.
Nice.
So, fighting an animal, you are going, so the test is going to be either fighter or hunter. You can choose.
Oh.
I got both of those.
I am a hunter too.
So whichever one's higher is what you're probably going to
mine
go
are
with.
same.
Depending on what
too.
we're going to do, but I'm going to explain this. It's going to be a little bit of, because it's different in D&D. So bear with me. And then you can add to your base is either health or nature. So with your, let's see, disposition is what you would roll for your hit points, if you will. And it's actually how many successes you can sustain of the enemies before you are defeated. And so,
Where's that at?
it is depending. So roll for starting disposition after your goals. So we have to determine the type, participants, which we have. I just need to find starting disposition. To represent how strong your side's position is in the conflict, each team generates a number called disposition. This number represents your strength in the conflict, like I mentioned before. A disposition of 3 or less is low, 4 to 7 is okay, and 7 or more is strong. During a conflict, you use all your wits, luck, and good looks to reduce your opponent's disposition to 0. If you can do that, you've won. Good luck. So to generate your team's disposition for a conflict, consult the conflict type, which we said was a fight against an animal, on the next page. The player who initiated the conflict tests the skills, the listed skill for his team. The other team members may help per their usual roles for helping. So in this case, you decide between the two of you who's the primary, and then everybody's going to assist them.
Okay.
So you're going to be primary. Okay. So the way this works then is the obstacle for the test is 0, so there is no obstacles. It's just you're going to roll it and you're going to add something. So the senior-most mouse should make a note of that number and the disposition shield next to the conflict goals. So basically, you add the successes of that roll to the rating of the tester's base ability listed in the table. So you guys are going to test either fighter or hunter and add it to your health or nature. So you're going to roll the number of dice equal to fighter or hunter.
Do we, and we can each give her one?
Yes. And I'm going to roll mine for my garter snake.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then you add that to your health or nature, whichever's higher.
Health or nature, exactly.
Does it? If they're both the same.
What do you mean health?
Then health, like
is
mine
an
is
ability.
Health
5.
is underneath your
Abilities.
yeah,
Okay. And then nature. So my nature is more.
So you add whatever you just got there
Ooh,
to
10.
yes.
Where
So
do I
we are
put that?
super strong.
So now I have it. I'll have it for you. So Snake's disposition is 9. Your disposition, the patrol, is 10.
Sweet.
Oh wait,
So-
mine's 9.
No,
Ours
the
is 9.
snake.
The
No,
snake.
the
You would,
snake.
and you wouldn't normally know that. I'm just being transparent, just so you can
Okay.
kind of see how this is going to work. And now this is where it kind of gets a little bit interesting. So you have in any combat, we both me as the monster or the other team, and then you as a team all decide together without preferably letting me know, but it doesn't matter here which one you want to do. And I think what I'll do is I'll just listen to you. I'm going to roll randomly, so you have to pick one of 4 actions for each of us. You get 3 rounds, and they're opposed. So you pick an action, I pick an action. That's like round 1, if you will, or the first set. And then the second time we reveal our second ones, and then we reveal our third ones, and then that's the end of that round, that full round. So you can attack, you can defend, you can feint, or you can maneuver. And I'll go through all these again, just so you're aware. But attack is very what it sounds, especially in this case. You're going to go and you're going to attack it. Defend is you're going to take a defensive action and you're going to try not to get bitten. Like if it has a special attack that you don't want to get hit by, that sort of thing. Or if you have armor that gives you a bonus to defense, this is where equipment comes into play a lot. That would help you with your defense. Right now you're not going to have a high defense, but and then feint is where you're basically going, it's like a sneak attack. So where that comes into effect is if you feint and they maneuver, you are able to hit them like critically.
Oh, I was going to say, don't faint, guys.
Feint is a special
snake?
attack. If played against defend, the defender may not test. So if they're defending and you feint, they can't test at all. And if they success reduces the target disposition. If played against an attack, the feigning player may not attack or defend. So it's a risk. So like if they're attacking and you feint,
You're getting
they hit
jacked
you
up.
for free, and you have nothing you can do about it. And and any successes are reducing your disposition.
Okay.
And your disposition goes to 0, the snake wins. And something else is going to happen.
Okay. Oh,
Doesn't necessarily mean you die, although you might.
okay.
It might. Usually it means there's some sort of major happening or some sort of complication or something that will happen.
Okay.
So we
what's
don't
the
individually
maneuver?
get to attack. It's a group attack.
The group, but you can aid.
Gotcha.
So
What's the
you still
maneuver?
aid. So maneuver action is used to maneuver. You gain an advantage over an opponent. In a fight, a maneuver can be a push or a flanking maneuver. In an argument, it's confusing rhetoric. In a chase, a maneuver is a trip or a dirty trick. In negotiation, a maneuver reveals new surprising features about the subject of your haggling, that sort of thing. So it's like you're kind of trying to jostle for a better position.
Okay.
And for a maneuver, when you are maneuvering, let's see here, what does it say? So maneuvering, you have versus against attack and defend, but it's an independent test, so you each just basically trade hits. If it's independent, you're rolling your roll, they're rolling their roll, and you each reduce your disposition accordingly. Whereas the versus tests, I'm going to roll something, you're going to roll something, and I'm going against you, and we're going to see who gets the better, so it's a lot less, it's like mitigates the damage.
How many dice do we roll for this?
So that is where we're at. So I will tell you, so fighting an animal, if you want to attack, it is either a fighter or a hunter roll. If you want to defend, it's either a lore or a nature roll. If you want to feint, it's either fighter or hunter. And if you want to maneuver, it's either lore or nature. So like defend and maneuver are the same thing, and then attack and feint are the same roll.
Okay. So that's what I would roll.
I definitely feel like we need to try to defend first, especially if we don't know if it's about to attack.
I'm the opposite because we,
I was gonna
at this point,
maneuver.
we're higher than them. I
Yeah.
think we should attack, and then
You definitely have high ground on it, and
And
there's
if
3 of
we-
you.
So I was thinking maneuver.
So it's up to you.
first,
Okay.
You do whatever you want.
But
I think I would say
And
attack
and
first.
this is so this round these 3 actions you're in charge, and then we switch. So if it goes into another 3, then we'll see between you two randomly. The next person becomes in charge, and then the next
Gotcha.
person, and then
So
it'll
yeah, do
reset.
whatever you want.
If it lasts that long. But first, you decide on who goes first. And
So, okay.
okay, so don't tell me. Just write it. Like, just make a little note there. I'll make a note based on what I'm rolling randomly, just so you're aware.
What does that mean?
I'm not deciding in my head what they're going to do. I'm rolling to see which action they do. Because it's an animal,
It's
it's
a
kind of
random.
dumb, and it's random. So it's not like
Is it-
there's no strategy involved with these. But if it were like if you're going against weasels or other mice, then I would not be random. I would decide how they would probably act. But I think it's the fair way to go.
Just
is
so we're
going
not saying
random.
that to him. That's what I just said.
And you pick 3 of them right now.
Pick 3 what?
3 actions. So
Oh.
you pick 3 times. So you do the first one's going to be attack, defend, feint, or maneuver. Second one, attack, defend, feint, or maneuver, and then third, same thing.
So we don't know what the. Okay.
You don't know what they're going to do.
Well,
Whatever
Does
you want.
does it have to be one of each, or can I just do or all just one?
It could be all one. It could be whatever you want. Yeah, any combination.
I forgot what the numbers were.
What the numbers were? Oh, you want me to tell
He'll
you?
tell you.
Yeah.
So if you're attacking or feinting, it's going to be fighter or hunter.
Okay.
If it's defend or maneuver, it's going to be lore or nature. If you have the proper lore, which none of you do yet. Well, but you could still do it unchecked, but then they can't aid you.
What if you got in skills? I got lore mouse.
So maneuver and defend are the
If you're
same.
fighting other mice, that would be...
Maneuver and
okay.
defend are the same.
Maneuver and defend are the same roll.
Okay.
Use the same dice pool. They do different things, but they use the
Okay.
same dice pool.
All right.
Okay, so are you ready?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
All right.
All right, so what is your first action?
Maneuver.
Maneuver. I chose attack. So, I didn't choose it, I rolled it. So I chose attack versus maneuver. It is a versus. So we are going to be going versus each other.
Okay.
And what does she roll for that?
So with a maneuver, you're rolling nature in a sense. And you all can aid.
Of course, we're gonna.
I'm gonna
every
so
time.
since I am an animal, all they get is nature. So the only thing they get is nature, and then for my disposition, for any animal, including the newt, I get my nature rolled plus my nature rating. And that's my disposition for everything else, except for other mice and weasels, which do have their own rules and skills.
so technically that means that his nature is 5.
His nature? Nope, it's not 5. But his nature is whatever it is.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay? 1, 2, 3. So you come through. So you do you did your maneuvering around, and all of you split around and move around as it's slithering towards it, and it can't quite get to pick which one it wants to eat and devour. And so you're able to strike at its side while you're running past it in its confusion, and you reduce its disposition by 1. And that is the effect of this one. And now, what is your second action?
Attack.
I chose feint. So I feint. Well, actually, so I chose feint. You chose attack. So if played against defend, the defender may not test. The feinter makes an independent test. Let's see here. Success reduces. If it played against an attack, the feigning player may not attack or defend. So I'm going to hit you guys. So you try and go and feint, and it basically goes through.
Wait.
We're attacking. You're fainting.
Yeah.
So then it's the other way around.
Yeah.
So I am feinting your attack. Yes. Sorry. So I don't get to roll. You get a full roll with no issues from me. It's not a versus. It's independent. I get nothing though. I can't affect your roll.
So,
Alright.
and we're gonna help. Obviously, we're gonna
So
help.
you're a fighter, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I am also a fighter.
Okay. All right. Great.
We're for sure helping on everything you do.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3.
3. So with 3, you guys are reducing it further. So you guys are coming
About
through.
one,
It
or
looks like it's going
how
to
many
attack.
points does it reduce? I'm just curious.
So it reduced by the number because I can't roll. This is
Oh.
not a versus test, so
Ah.
that's just straight up. So that was like the best,
Dang.
the best combination you could have had on your in favor of you.
Nice.
All right, so last one. What's your last
Defend.
one? I also have defend.
So nothing
So-
happens?
Defend. It's all independent tests. So we just do it. I do it. You do it.
Okay.
It is going to use its musk. So as a garter snake, it just starts stinking since you've already hit it twice, like cut it a number of times. It starts like emitting a musk, which gives
Why
it
do you
an
have
extra
a
die.
6 for defend?
Because it's just, they're the same.
Oh,
But
can
it
we
only
help?
gets it once per combat.
Are we able to help with defend?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
I gave you a
You
die.
already, yeah, that one's
Yeah,
his.
so mine are 6, so I need one. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Only 2.
1, 2, 2.
So we each take 2. So that's the first time. So because of this musk, it starts stinking, and then it's like comes up and basically rubs up against one of you with the scales and starts kind of trying to bite, and like part of its fang like catches another person. And you got 2. So it looks like it is seriously wounded, but it is still just so hungry after having gone through the winter. It seems desperate. And we're going to start over. So who's going to be primary this time?
And
I don't know.
we trust your
Yeah,
judgment.
No, we're going to roll for it.
All right.
Me and you roll for it. I don't even know what I got.
You got a 5.
Okay. I guess it's
Okay.
me.
Take that.
Yep.
And then
And I
which
got her down.
one do you want to give him?
I'm going to do a hunter. I'll do this black one.
So
She gave me 1. So, 3 dice plus 3 dice.
do these add to our skills?
Or no, you said we could do nature, right? I'm doing nature then.
Yeah.
So
Just once though. You only get it because it's one action. It's like one.
Oh, but what does it go under?
per whole encounter? Okay, so we're
Fire.
gonna wait till the encounter's up
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's the whole thing.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
I need to pick 3 things, yeah?
3 actions.
Yep, in any order that you want. And I'm ready whenever you guys are. And just remember, whatever you pick, you have to roll that set of dice. And you're going to be primary this time, and they're aiding you.
Oh, well, what were the dice
All
again
of
for
those are gonna be fighter.
all of those? Cool.
Okay. All right. So first
3.
things first.
So there's 5 dice you'll roll.
I picked
6. Right?
So the fighter is 3
What's your
dice,
fighter?
plus we're helping,
That's
so
right.
that's 5.
That's 5. You're right. Yep.
Okay. So what's your first action?
Defense.
Defense. I also picked defense, so we roll independent. And I don't have musk anymore.
1, 2, 3.
3. 1, 2.
Oh, wait.
3.
Hold on, that's wrong. You did defend first.
Yeah.
That's 6 dice, plus our 2, so that's 8.
Why
Really?
does defend extra?
Oh, wait. So defend is nature.
It's
so it's
nature.
your nature, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So one more.
So
I
4,
I got it
and
mixed
then
up.
6. You roll 6. Yeah, one more.
So which ones are lore and
I still
nature?
got 3.
Okay. What?
Which ones are lore and nature?
So defense and maneuver.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
So we're good
I
on that?
switched. Fine.
We are good on that.
Okay.
So you guys did 3, you said?
Yep.
All right. So congratulations as you guys are going through. This thing looks like it was going to start rearing up and striking at you, but as it's kind of rearing up, you end up taking the initiative, and as you're getting defensive, but then you see an opening, and you go through and you go right up into its through its lower jaw and up into its brain.
Sweet.
And you see the whole thing kind of convulse a little bit
Drew
and then
gets
just
the kill.
slump down
Right.
off to the side. And it is laying there before you, coiling up and rapidly coiling at this point and rolling around, but no more a threat.
I bet you the doc would like some of that musk.
Yeah, we should get some of this venom,
And I
too.
have one of its teeth.
Is it venomous?
Yeah, garter snakes are very venomous, especially to you mice,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but not to humans. They're rear fang.
Yeah.
Anyway, you should know that, but I do. Anyway, all right, I'm a dork. Okay, so then it stops wiggling and writhing after probably a couple seconds, and then it does kind of one more long movement, and then it comes to a complete and final stop.
Upside down. Put the belly up.
So you guys are able to attempt to salvage from it. And I will say,
Before you finish what you're about to say, I have a question for how to salvage it. Can I use my axe to chop off its head so we have the whole venom sacs and everything?
sure. It's just a lot heavier, but yeah. And you have a massive beetle that could get you.
When we
That's a
have
massive head, too.
gourds,
It is a pretty big head compared to you.
We have gourds that we could fill with venom.
Do you want to play it?
Do y'all want to do the gourds or do y'all want to take them?
It's huge. We already got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of crap on our beetle.
Yeah.
If we'd
You
have bought
don't know
another beetle,
how Gerald
But-
would appreciate it, but he is a
But
beetle.
also, depending on what we come up against, again, it would be really good for like if there was an owl to scare off an owl if it saw it.
an owl would eat
I mean,
that.
a head, yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we get. I want one of the teeth though.
You can.
Okay.
So it would be hunter. So
Oh, I
hunter
don't
is
have
what
it.
I would put the
I got
salvage under,
So I'll get the teeth.
or the wise, snake wise. But so you can make snake wise unchecked and get another one towards it. And don't forget to get your nature and fighter. Get your credit.
What does that mean?
So you
Add a
get your
pass to nature
pass.
and fighter.
They're all passes under fighter and nature.
Under fighter, we get
Just one though.
one pass on fighter and one under nature.
Yep.
Sweet. Good job, team.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And you were going for.
The venom and the teeth.
So you are able to perfectly get both rear fangs and the venom sacs without damaging them, and you're able to put them, wrap them in some
good job.
leaves that they had, and basically you are able to salvage those.
I want to salvage some musk.
Okay, go for it. So it'd be either hunter or snake-wise.
I got hunter.
Do you want to help him?
Yeah. What you need?
Yeah.
Just one die.
Well, we
from
have
me.
snake lives, sort of.
And then my die back that you already.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I have to look that up.
I got
Do they actually
two.
have like sacs, or does it just like ooze out of their skin?
1, 2.
Look
I got
at-
two.
Oh, that other one looked like
No,
a
I just
4.
got 2 4s.
Yeah,
No,
but
this is not. This is not.
Oh, okay.
Musk. Oh. Garter snakes release a foul-smelling musk from the glands near their cloaca. They feel
wrong direction.
threatened. This musk is a defense, so the glands. So you could harvest the glands near the tail. So what
I
did you
got
get? Two. So you're able to salvage one of them.
Sweet.
Can we help?
Was
That one you probably want to put in a gourd because it's immediately
Of course.
noticeable and smelly, and you can cork the gourd.
And
So
what
I
did
would
you
write
have me
that
roll
under
for that one?
equipment.
Hunter?
That was hunter.
I thought it was snake wise.
Or snake
I didn't do snake wise because I don't. I mean, I don't have. I'm not.
Can I put a
proficient.
And it is
pass on
harder
snake-
when you do it on tree. Huh?
Can we get a pass on snake wise for helping?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll give you that. And then, is there anything else you want to harvest? So,
I still
there's
want his front
snake,
teeth.
there's skin. You're gonna okay.
Front
Go, give me,
tooth?
give me.
I got both the
it's the
teeth.
side, like it's the rows on the side. But yeah, you can salvage some really hooked. You can use them for a lot of uses.
Oh, it's got big scales too.
and scales if you want to harvest.
Can I use my axe to help me out?
Axe is like you need more of a scalpel for this one.
Okay.
If you were to behead it, yeah,
One.
one. So yeah, you can get like say two little teeth. I mean, they're not little. To you, they would be like a short sword side.
Cool.
And did anyone else want anything else?
I think we want to grab some scales off.
Scales, some
for
skin.
Sure.
All right, same thing, hunter or snake wise. Yeah, still allow that. You guys are just butchering.
1,
these things.
2, 3. I got 3.
Okay. With 3, you were able to get some of the nice back scales towards and some of like the head scales. So you can create a suit of armor and a shield from the head scales.
Oh,
You can get a
dude.
suit of mail and then a shield from the head scales with
Cool.
that roll.
So for scales, we need hunter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna
Here.
go to.
So I just write down the equipment.
Yep. say scales
Scale
for
mail?
Oh, dang
yeah,
it.
scale mail and a shield.
Do I just get
And
that,
head
or do I
scale,
have to make it?
You're gonna have to make it, but you have the materials for it. Or you can have somebody in Sprucetuck make it for you.
I failed.
Well, so you just can't get it right, and it's like you're going more towards the tail, and it's just musky, and you don't want to keep it. So, all right, that's about all you guys can harvest from that.
All right, let's look at the salamander.
Sweet.
But I saw the
I
hemlock.
mean,
I did see the hemlock.
Okay. I want to point that out.
Okay,
That I saw hemlock.
and that one's not going to take. So once you see it, you guys are able to get it, and then once you guys are there, give me another check of survival.
Each of us do it, or just her?
Survivalist, everybody. Everybody can be in.
I got one.
Okay.
one.
What? So you actually also see, not too far away, but it'll be a little bit of a trudge through some marshy area. You look to see a little stand of a cluster of the skunk cabbage.
Cool.
So you guys are able to salvage that as well.
I have harvester
So go ahead and give me the harvester roll then, twice.
twice.
Because
There's
one's
one.
for the hemlock.
I got
and
one
Yep.
and two on that one, so 3.
So you were able to get an extra set of the, so you get the really potent skunk cabbage, and you're able to get that, and then the hemlock you just kind of get a good sample, as opposed to you guys could have done it without rolling, but you just get the sample. But this is like solid sample that is like immediately usable kind of thing. So and then you
Nice.
two got you a really good sample. So. All right, that's it. So you guys have completed your secondary mission. Now on to the primary.
We gotta find
So
this Mander,
as
man.
you guys are looking around, you do see, and you're like right on the edge.
She wants to do something.
Oh no, he wants to. Don't
On
look
it.
at that.
What do you
I
want?
have some questions about the mosquito nymphs.
Yes,
Do they do what we want, or do we need to like put them on a fishing pole?
they will swim and they arch their little back, and they look almost like shrimp, and that's all they're gonna do.
So
They're bait.
we gotta
My-
put
my
them in, put the
thing-
water in it first.
My thing is, are they gonna run off?
Oh yeah.
They'll just swim. I mean, they're
They're
not
gonna be in the
intelligent.
water that we put into the thing.
But see, if we have fishing poles,
So you like look around and swirl it around, and to you, they're probably about that big. They're like a king prawn, right? And they're like, and it's pretty nasty water that they're in.
so what
In
I'm
the- in
what
the,
I'm saying is,
glass.
Okay, so she
Is
wants to put
if
it on a
we-
fishing pole.
That's
that,
what
that
we're
way
gonna
we
do.
can
He
reel
gave
it
it.
in.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
that.
So here's the
So-
You can
trap.
hook it onto a hook.
We're gonna stand back here.
Let's put the water in the contraption that it goes in, right? Put one in there. All right.
Well, I was
Excellent.
thinking, put it out when one of them goes towards it, then reel in to get into it.
But
Yeah,
I would
right.
have one in there in it anyway.
yeah, we can
yeah.
have one in it. Yeah,
And then do that to reel
Draw
it in.
it to the tank.
Yeah.
yeah. And I have insecturist.
Okay. So then it'll be a hunter roll. You can aid with insectrist,
Who's the hunter? Okay.
and you get a extra bonus die for having fishing poles, and then an additional die for having the nymph.
Sweet.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Sweet.
So you guys find you're looking at this little marshy area, and you kind of splatter in, and you get the awesome root from the skunk cabbage, and as you look up, you see just this like little movement in like some of the flooded area right ahead of you, and you guys are like, okay, we got this. So you like move it up there, and you move the Gerald, who kind of slowly doesn't seem to like to get that wet, but he tolerates it. And you guys get the little contraption that you were given to capture the newts in place. And as you guys are
Fishing.
fishing, you guys all set this just like what you talked about, right? So.
And water in the contraption.
Right, she said that. So she like floods it on, and then you kind of you orient it first, and then you kind of dip it down and push way down on one side, and then allows the water to kind of flood in, right? And then you guys kind of are standing like off to the side, I imagine, or probably behind it, and so you can like reel it in, and you guys like drop it right there. It does not take long until you see little movement. Looks like it's coming right for the bait, and
Ho, 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 ho. Let's get our onion skin gloves on.
Oh, yep. She's right.
All right.
Skin gloves.
Well,
So go ahead and put your guys.
one of us has to do the fishing pole.
You can fish with onion skin gloves.
I'm the insectress. I feel like.
Are you doing the fishing?
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Well,
the
you
grunts
rolled
here.
for it though, right?
I did roll.
So you have to.
Okay,
do
so
it.
you're the
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the
Okay.
fisher.
You guys aid, but then so you're just kind of aiding by putting it on and
Okay,
making
but-
sure
but
it's
we-
moving and kind of flick it so it keeps like arching.
We're
Like
gloved up.
We have
and then
onions.
you guys are gonna glove up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, you see these just like beady eyes, and I'll show you a picture. That is a newt there, but it's not actually a rough skin newt. But that's all I had.
Dude, we'd go to Five Below and like get all those little creatures.
So this is what a rough skin newt looks like, for reals.
Ah!
That is what's coming to you. Kind of derpy face as it's coming to up to
no, I
the
need
bait,
one.
and it's like coming up and slowly sort of walking
You're about
up.
to have one.
And then you see it. You're timing it perfectly, though. You're kind of like, oh no, like the guy with the dollar, right? And so you're totally doing that. And this poor newt's like, whoosh, and you can see it like kind of lunging under the water towards the baited hook, and it comes in. And then you're going to need to make one more roll, the same type, and you have all the same dice and all the same aiding.
How many did you have?
27. I'm just
So it was 2 extra, yeah. 1, 2, 2.
2. Well, you got such a good roll though. So it was like a little mini conflict is what happened because you're kind of luring it in. But you didn't have any options. You don't need to be options because it's just basically you're attacking and it's essentially like maneuvering. So its disposition was 5, you guys, or 6, and then you guys ended up taking it. So you get it on and you see the thing crawl right up and it like flaps its little arms on and then slits right in there, and it is like a little small for it, but it still fits. And it's sitting there and then it grabs onto the bait.
we start clamping it down.
All right.
Yep.
Put some more water in there for it. I do not want this thing to die.
Okay. It starts writhing a bit, but its arms are out and its tail's in and its head's kind of secured, so it really can't do much once you have it cinched in.
Okay.
But you see it kind of starting to really like try and get it, but everything's holding.
Sweet.
And sure enough, you guys are successful in your mission.
So we get a pass. I put mine in Insectress. Is there anything else? Or just that?
What did we get a pass
You
in?
choose one thing because you can choose one thing per roll per conflict. So
So it would be like Hunter. It's just that I don't have Hunter.
Oh, so do I need to? Do you want me to roll again, or who's?
No, we just get a pass because
this
we
is a
help.
pass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a pass from Hunter.
Okay, and so the rest of the trip, rolled randomly earlier, there's nothing that happens. It's a pretty safe trip back. Go ahead.
I want to get extra moss to
Okay.
give to
For
him.
Gerald.
Yeah, 'cause
Gerald
he's
loves
doing
that.
work now,
Yep.
pulling that
Yeah, he's
sled.
got a couple of things. But he's still, I mean, he might be a little slower, but still perfectly functional for you guys. He's a tank. And sure enough, you guys get to the end. And so the way this works now is you guys have come, like, I have a part of the story, and then you guys kind of have a part of the story that whatever you want to do, you get one roll to sort of decide, like, if you want to go for a pat or you can choose to fail something. And then normally, though, there are ways to roll against your traits. So we didn't do that. You did it once, but normally, like, you can fall heavily on your traits in the future game if you want to do this ever again. And you can choose to take disadvantage and fail or take hindrances to get rolls so that now, when you're in your phase, assuming you live, or you're not horribly disfigured or something, you get an additional roll or an additional failure. So now it's sort of narrative, but it's on your part, and I just tell you what happens. So you guys return back, and so Dr. Pradic is super happy, and he's like, can't believe it. He's like, it's still alive. And what turns out is that he actually has a heart that's across the field underneath another tree, kind of like what you guys found, a sort of protected area, but he's already had this whole area that's sort of been dug down
Ready
and
for it
then
to live.
filled, right, And so he has this perfect place for the newt to actually be released into. And he has his own little like doctor's quarters where like a little cabin. And he has all these different materials, lots of onions. He has a field of onions. And he looks like he's gonna like has a bunch of different jars and some testing things that he's gonna try and go with. So he is excited to try.
After all that excitement with him, I would like to offer him some musk or the musk and
I want to offer some venom. I would also like some neurotoxin in exchange.
He is super excited.
But what I want in exchange for the musk and stuff is him to have somebody in town to turn that scales into scale mail and
he knows just the person.
And a shield on his dime.
He got you.
Cool.
He got you.
I would like to give him one of the front teeth that I have in order to get another one of the other one turned into like a knife or a dagger.
Deal. Yeah, he can get all of that, make all of that happen.
Sweet.
So what would you like? Would you like to fail a certain thing in the sense that you're learning? Would you like a success? Would you like to roll anything else as a part of your quote-unquote round? And then that's it.
Okay.
How many passes and fails do you need to go from a 2 to a 3?
So you need 3 and 2. 3 passes, 2 fails.
Yeah, I'm not close to anything.
So there's 2 I could go
It's
for.
plus 1. So it's the skill that you want to get to in successes, and then it's the skill you were at in fails.
If I have 2 passes in Snakewise, if I get a fail in Snakewise,
You get 2.
Okay.
You can get in it. You can instantly get that.
Okay.
I'll take a
so
fail.
I would like to get Snakewise.
Okay. Sounds good.
I did the same thing, but I only got 1 pass, so it's not going to...
Well, I think you could have gotten another one when we were rolling before.
There's actually, whenever he said if you helped and you ate it and it passed, it counted for you.
But I took that in Hunter.
But I thought for the fight
Before we
had
even
both.
got to the fight.
Oh.
Yeah, for the
yeah.
fight we
I think
get.
you're okay. Yeah, I'll allow it. It's okay. Either way.
Do we have to roll to fail?
Nope.
Okay.
Just say you do. I'm
so-
okay with that.
I'm not
It's
sure.
a process of learning.
Snakewise 1.
It's weird, but it's how it goes.
Snakewise 1.
2
Snakewise 2.
jumps to 2.
So do Hunter or Survival?
Do you have enough passes and fails?
Okay, so on
So if
Hunter,
you get 2 and 1, now you're
I just need a
proficient in it?
failure.
So
On
you just-
And now you don't.
Survivalist, I
You
just
get to
need
roll the
a-
stat, and it doesn't have a higher test
Gotcha.
required.
How did you get
Easier.
Snakewise?
Because
Because you might be like, well, I'm rolling less dice. Well, that's because
I was messing with
it's
the snake in the
easier.
fire,
The
and
threshold
we had to
to
fight.
succeed is easier.
Yeah, I got 2 passes too.
So you only need 1 fail since there's not a
You
level
could take
in it.
you could take a fail now,
So you could take a fail and get
and
snake.
then you get it. Because apparently this place is covered up with snakes. 'Cause we keep running into
You got 2 of them.
So
It was definitely a snake mission, as it turned out. Also newts, but that can be really fun if you fail that and then you have to like dive in, and there's actually
Where's
a
that
couple of
coming
newts down there, so you have to like it
Not
becomes
touch
its own
them?
thing. Yeah, and they're going
I
for
think
you,
it's
or
supposed
rather
to
they're
be
going for
that.
your nymphs. So anyway, it can be
I don't
interesting.
remember
You
what
guys worked
that
really well,
was.
though.
because that was the
We
fight.
got super lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We passed all of them.
Why
I
would
can't believe we
have
smoked
failed
that
a
big
nature?
snake.
Oh my goodness, you guys just absolutely handed that thing its ass.
Is there a reason I would have failed a nature?
There is if you rolled no successes.
But we did.
Yeah, at one point I did do that. Y'all both passed and I failed
Yeah.
something. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like a spotting or something.
Okay,
or
No,
something.
because I passed that one they did.
Okay. I
And we both
There was one, though.
failed us
Pretty sure.
a survival and you passed.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Sweet.
so that's it.
confused.
So,
So, I
and
just-
welcome.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll talk about, if we want to play it again. Certainly.
Yes. I like it.
So I love the system.
I
and
liked
it's
it.
different, and it's like, it's not D&D. We do D&D too, though, and you're
Yeah.
certainly welcome to join that as
I
well.
definitely want to get into that. The only thing I didn't like about this, I say didn't like, it was cool.
Yeah.
But the individual combat to me is
It's weird. It's different.
I like it though.
It's much more
we're a
cooperative.
team, but we are individual. Like we all get the chance to make a choice.
That did work out with the extra dice.
Look,
and it's like you give someone your dice. I don't know. Again, it's kind of a simple thing, but I like that.
I like
feel.
it. Yeah,
cool.
Well,
I like it.
I hear you. It's
And
not
dude,
nearly
we,
like when you
destroyed
go.
that
We
thing.
smoked that snake.
Yeah, that doesn't always happen. I ran this for my Alaska group, and there was a couple of tough times that they had there.
I want to know what that first snake was for.
It's just
a random encounter.
It's a random, but to see how you do. So I will just tell you the previous
that's
group.
the one he and
the
I
previous
failed.
group did befriend it, and then it basically hung out with Gerald, and then it went with them.
Yeah.
So but I mean the use of it.
We
it's
could have
a pet.
fed it one of the newts probably and made it our buddy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how many newts we were gonna need.
Right.
We used like 4.
Well, and eventually.
Did we use 4?
Well,
or did we
3 to
just
get
use
back to
one
town.
Mosquito.
We had to use. There were 6.
We
used-
already used 3.
Yeah, we had to use 3 to get back to town.
Yep.
And 1 was in his tub, and 1 was used for
Yeah.
the bait.
Oh, yeah.
For baits, you
So we
have
had
one left.
1 left
I
over.
would have been able to.
Yeah, you could have had your pet.
Unless you had failed the fishing roll and then it
Yeah.
stripped it, and then
It's
you'd
all
have to
good.
use another one to
It's
get a
all
re.
good.
They basically give you re-rolls, or you have to dive in and go get them.
So I got this instinct. It's aim twice, fire once. How does
Yeah.
that work?
So what's your weapon?
I got bow and sword.
So if you decide you want to shoot your bow in a combat, then
You get to roll twice?
you basically, if you justify why you're like you're aiming twice and shooting once. Is that what it says?
It says,
Yeah, so like if you basically what that means though is like you're measured twice, cut once. So if you take your time to do something, to do it really right, then you can rely on your trait and you get an extra die.
I mean,
So we didn't play that too much, but you guys can fall back really heavily on trait, and traits can be like anything, or you could have been like short, like what are some traits that you guys have?
I got hard worker.
Yeah, so you'd be like, if you're building, like when you're building that, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna need to do laboring, or I'm gonna do, I'm gonna help her with carpentry, but I'm gonna do hard worker, so you can get an extra die, that sort of thing.
So mine is inquisitive, quiet, and brave.
So brave could have been like, I'm gonna go up against this snake, head strong, and I'm gonna be brave about
You
it.
could have got an extra dice in the
Right.
attacking, maybe.
Aw.
Which is fine, but that's learning, right? I mean, this is the very first game,
And I got,
and you guys are brand new.
fearless, so that's kind of the same thing.
Same
Yeah.
thing, right? So you just look for opportunities whenever you're doing kind of the skills to pull in traits, and then it just gives you extra dice usually, or again allows you to take the disadvantage, and then you get additional actions now in kind of the end of the game when it's your turn.
Okay.
So that's it. That's Mouse Guard.
That was fun.
And success. A glaring success, actually.
Yeah,
you guys just absolutely every single one. All
We
the
ticked
bonus.
every box in that one.
Yeah, and then some, because the snake is completely bonus.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So, yeah.
I'm loving the armor.
So, I need some armor, dude.
But there's weasels are their own faction. There's other mice. There's owls.
I want to give him
there's
one of my snake
falcons.
teeth so I can go get some armor.
All kinds of stuff. So,
Did you get scales too?
I did.
that's it.
That's one of my
She
rolls
failed
that
her
I
roll,
failed. So
unfortunately.
I'll give him one of my snake's teeth and then see if I can just go get some armor.
That's it then. Signing off.